You ever just start a stream and immediately eat some ice cream? That's where I'm at right now. Oh yeah, the randomizer. Be good now, but sorry, I just, oh, we did 100cc. I totally forgot. Wait, no, I'm missing some. Had to think about that for a second. All right, Rosalina. Do I have the Duke? I do. Cool. Retro off-road wheels, and then Peach's parasol, which would you have? I'm getting things. Well, hopefully I don't fall asleep on stream again. Sorry, this ice cream is really good. It's a drumstick. That was a delicious drumstick. Now it's time to play the video game. I mean, we haven't gotten any bad handling bikes in a while, so I'm feeling pretty good. So last time we streamed this, I nearly fell asleep on stream because I thought that the 100cc races were way too easy. So I was just like losing my mind. Ow. That coin is impossible to get. But now I'm revved up. I also took a nap before this stream, which I feel bad because I felt like I was supposed to do something else. But we'll be able to get through 100cc today. We'll probably get through most of 150cc. We'll do 2 more 200cc's. You know, the usual gist. But this is just the same as usual. Just dominating for the most part. Oops. And just like that, an easy win. And that's gonna be real. That's gonna be probably what these first 4 cups are gonna be. I don't think we'll have any trouble with 150cc and much less mirror mode. Once again, the only reason we ever have any issues with 200cc is because I just get blue shelled in the worst of times. Like 100cc, yeah, we're chilling. Tanuki Mario is just entering the dining room. It's so funny that, like, you look at the map. You look at the map and you sometimes see like some of the competitors, like having a bullet bill in like 3rd or 4th place. It's just because I'm so far ahead of them. It's so funny. Ba-ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum. Now, yeah, no, these first 4 cups gonna be a piece of cake. Also, I don't really know what's happened today. So, like, I streamed Pal World. What up, Lassie? Or not Pal World, Pacopia. I'm about to lap somebody. Lemmy? What? Why am I lapping people? This is 100cc. Jesus. Good lord. Oh, hi, Diddy Kong. Glad to see that you're in this game. There's a bullet bill after me. Oh, man. Rose Engine's just too goated? True. No, so I played Pacopia earlier, and I was trying to get, like, friendship levels up and everything, so I was letting the party run in the background. And I don't know if it's working. Like, I was like, you know what, I'm not going to build anything, I'm just going to stay in the Withered Wasteland and just, like, let the party happen. See if that works. And, like, I don't think it did. Like, it's hard to tell. Because, like, I'm not seeing any of the friendship hearts, like, increase or anything. Hardly any of the Pokemon are eating any of their, like, favorite food. So, I've been told just to keep at it. Just to have the party run. And then you don't need to play the game at that point. You just rely on them to actually, like, do what they need to do. But there's so little information on, like, what the parties actually do. There's an entire, like, super decked out website dedicated to Pacopia. And I mean dedicated. The amount of, like, information on it, it's minuscule, I'm gonna be honest, compared to stuff. But, like, you very clearly can tell they put so much effort into trying to make, like, this big Pacopia, like, website with all of this information. And it's kind of just not a thing. Like, there's not too much information, I'm gonna be honest. Less helpful information. They don't even comment on the fact that there's a BFF system. So I'm just like, alright, well, I guess that's where I'm at right now. So one person, like, was posting on Reddit how they live and die by using parties on, like, Pacopia. So that's where I was getting my information from, but, like, I don't know. I think if I do, like, 3 parties in the game, maybe it'll convince me. But it's hard to really say. Hey, it's Baby Me. Hello, Baby Me. Yeah, it's just so hard to freaking figure out. And I got, like, so much other stuff I gotta, you know, do, so. I feel like there was something else I needed to do. There were some other things I was supposed to work on today, and I just, after Pacopia, like, I got on Pal World and then started watching the New Zealand version of Taskmaster. I'm on to Series 4 right now. And, yeah, after a little bit, I ended up passing out. I think it was just because, like, I don't know, there's a part of me that just feels really stressed right now. Like, so I finally got paid, right? New job, finally got a paycheck. I am very much just barely going to be able to... Oh, I jumped over the red shell. Oh, that was sick. I can't believe I jumped over the red shell. That one I didn't jump over, but I jumped over the first one. That was cool. What a play! But no, like I got my first paycheck for the new job, and like I'm doing all the calculations, and because like keep in mind I have like the debt payment and everything I have to do. I'm pretty sure I'll have enough. Oh, that's mean. Jeez, now I'm just getting destroyed. I'm pretty sure I will have enough. I just need to... I'm not spending any money for this first paycheck, except for, like, bills. And then the next paycheck, assuming it's what I think it's going to be, that one is going to be going towards the wedding stuff. So, and that means though that I'm not going to be able to buy a ticket for like the airplane or like the flights or anything for probably a little bit. But that's fine for right now. Like, I just have to do it, obviously, sooner rather than later. But I know my mom is really good about, like, saving money on flights. So I'm gonna see if she has any, like, advice as we're getting closer. That's upsetting. I fell into the toilet! What a snipe! Dang, I went from like a crazy, like, good first play to now I just got blue shelled into a toilet. I can't believe this. I mean, we still win, but like, dang. Whoever threw that, good job. We win, at least. But yeah, it should be fine. Next, dude, apparently female villager is like the top standard. I don't have the gold standard, but we do have the sponge wheels, and we do have the parachute. The bone rattler. I got a bone to pick with you. That's not bad. Cherry cup. Oh, Blossie, I gotta tell you about, I think I'm trying to figure out what my favorite series is for Taskmaster New Zealand. And I gotta say, I think 4 might be up there. Like, in the previous 3 series, in the previous 3 series, you very clearly have like 1 or 2 of the contestants who just don't give 2 shits. And they're not even on there to really try to be funny. They're just there to like, because it's a paycheck, it feels like. Like I've really kind of noticed it where like the top 3 people are really, really funny and they're having a blast. But like the bottom 2, either they're really inept and they like don't realize like what show they signed up for, or they just don't care. Which has been like a little like sad to watch because it's like, oh, come on. Series 4 though, you have a comedian who, and like I've seen this in Taskmaster Australia because Brett Blake in Series 7 openly said that he never watched the show, but like afterwards now he was going to because he had so much fun. I'm pretty sure that was Brett who said that. Anyway, but on Series 4, you have Bubba, who very openly had never watched the show and didn't even know who any, like, they knew who, I forgot his last name, but his first name is Dai. She seemed to know who Dai was, but didn't even know who, like, Paul Williams or Jeremy Wells were. It's like she just stumbled on set and they're like, ah, yeah, we'll take her. But she's actually been pretty funny. Like, I will say, she's actually been really, really funny. But, like, in Series 4, though, everybody is trying their best. Like, no one's, like, half-assing it. Even Bubba, who, like, has never seen the show before, she's still giving it her all. A lot of the time she feels, it's funny with her because she either fails atrociously or she succeeds amazingly. Like there was a task where it was, oh, in 10 minutes prove to this teenager that you're cool. To which she didn't even need the full 10 minutes. She just like after having a brief conversation with the kid being dumbfounded, she was just like, you're a little bitch, and then just walked off, and like they thought it was the coolest thing. And it's like, oh, okay. Meanwhile, everyone else just kind of fumbled. But then there's another one where it was like, knock the post off the things off the cricket peg thing. I don't play cricket, so I don't know for sure what they're called, but they're the little like things that rest on like a peg on the cricket thing. I don't know. I don't watch cricket. It's probably a sport I need to like look into more. But it's like you only have one attempt. Like essentially, if you knock them over, like that's your attempt. And she like walks up, throws the ball, and she's like, okay, that was my practice. Let's do the real one. And they're like, no, it's, you already knocked him off. So like, that was your attempt. It's like, she's just like utterly dumbfounded. Also, she, in the second episode, she decided to get a permanent tattoo of everyone's faces on her arm. So, I mean, she's definitely was in for the long haul, but also, like, you don't even know the show that you're doing. You don't know the show that you're doing, and your first response is, yeah, let me just tattoo these people's faces on my arm. Oh my gosh, like, it's just a hot mess. But, like, once again, it's not just to her, because, like, everybody else, even, like, the people who are in last place, are still trying their best. Like Dai, he's been like super funny to watch with a lot of his attempts. You have Karen O'Leary, who I'm not gonna lie, I was a little like, maybe she might try, maybe she might not. No, she's trying in everything and she's just having a blast. There's 2 tasks where she got so screwed. Sorry, we're now deep into potential Taskmaster New Zealand Series 4 spoilers. But I do recommend watching it anyway because it's super funny. There is one where it was Mary something, to which it apt considering the fact that like wedding stuff, but out of everybody, like everybody was like doing like mannequins and all this sort of stuff, or like their hand is what they were marrying. But she was the only one who had like an actual girlfriend who like they got on FaceTime and she actually like proposed and everything. It was really cute and really sweet. And then the next episode, it was have a messy breakup / divorce with who you married, to which you can just see on her face just how sheerly wrong everything was about to go, because she's the only one who actually proposed to a real person. However, like, luckily for her, there was, from what I understand, she filmed this entire thing to do like the messy breakup, and then just relied on the fact that the internet wouldn't work to like send it over to her spouse who was in the States. And then I think it gave her enough time to tell her that whatever she was sending was part of a task. Like make sure that like it wasn't about to be just a horrible like thing. So but then you have, yeah, Karen O'Leary, and then you have Mel. I don't remember her last name, but she's also been really hilarious. I think she's an Australian who is just on the New Zealand like program, and she is just like, all of her ideas are just hilarious. And then there's my favorite for the series, because this guy, it's so funny. It's his name is Ray O'Leary. So there's two O'Learys. They're not related in any way, but he's Ray O'Leary. He's this really nerdy guy in a suit, and like, we're talking like extremely nerdy. Like, he looks at cricket and he was just like, how am I going to do this? And when he's trying to throw the cricket ball to knock down the pegs, we're talking like the worst, like not even like a full like throw, like not following through, just like get away from me, like sort of throw. It's hilarious. But then like he then rocks it by the only time I think this is ever going to happen in Taskmaster ever, where he had to like win a bet against Paul, the assistant, and his bet was, oh, I bet I can name 100 Pokemon from memory. And Paul goes in and is like, okay, well, I bet you actually it's 150 I need you to do. And he's like, sure. And he goes past 150, and I think he just goes on to like 300 plus or something is what they said. And he wins the task. Like, he's one of two people who actually like won their bet. But the fact that like being able to like remember Pokemon, and he's pulling off, like, he's not doing this just the original 150. Like he did like Chimchar. He put in fucking Kecleon. Man said Kecleon as one of the Pokemon that he was naming. And then he also was like Lickitung, Licky Licky. He said Torchic, Buskin, Blaziken, Wheezing, Coughing. Like, he's naming stuff. Dragonite, Dragonair, Dratini. And even like after he's done, he's like, you know what? I want to keep going. And he just keeps naming them. Dude, I've never been more proud of a contestant. I was like, I want to be friends with that guy. Oh, but he's hilarious, because like he's the one in the series where either his tasks are going to go insanely right or insanely wrong. Like the one I just watched, which was I think it was like perform the best like magic trick, or it's like do something magical, I think is what the wording on the task was. So 4 people do like 4 people do like actual magic tricks, which you can very clearly see like how their tricks work, right? But for him, and once again, this is where it just goes so wrong, but it's so funny. He misremembers Disneyland. He thinks it's the most magical place on Earth when it's the happiest place on Earth. So he makes his own version of Disneyland, calling it the most magical place on Earth before, like, while everyone's laughing, he's a little confused before Mel, like, tells him, by the way, it's the happiest place on Earth, not the most magical place on Earth. Immediate 1 point. Though to be fair, he had a knockoff Mickey Mouse chain smoking a cigar. So like, I don't think it was that happy of a place either. I think Mickey Mouse had seen some better days. Blossy, you gotta watch it. Like, you gotta watch it. It's so funny. I heard it was most magical. No, it's because it's the Magic Kingdom. Like, the Magic Kingdom is the main one, but it's the happiest place on Earth. No, it's so funny. Like, I'm gonna be real, like this series might be one of my favorites for Taskmaster. It's so funny. Oh, I think we got a new character. Nope, never mind. We have been Kamek before. All right, what do we get? The Bee Dasher. So this is standard bike with the Triforce wheels and the Waddle Wing. Like Blossy, you need to watch Taskmaster. It's so good. It's free on YouTube. They are also getting caught up on the Taskmaster Australia, and they are also, I think they just started uploading Taskmaster, Denmark. Which I've heard Taskmaster of Denmark is a lot more like lax when it comes to like kind of the rules or like the safety, the standards of safety of the cast. Because I believe the Denmark one is the one where they do a task that's from whatever it's called, from Taskmaster UK, which was get the ping pong ball, and the ping pong ball's inside a piece of PVC pipe, and there's holes in the PVC pipe, so some people like grab a vacuum to suction it up. There's some people who like tried plugging the holes with tape and then filling it with liquid. There's like a lot of like interesting ways, but this guy, fucking genius. Once again, whenever I see one of the tasks, I like think of what I would do in those situations. To which, like that one, I'm just like, you know what, I would get some tape, like try to find some like duct tape or something just to make sure that it doesn't like get stuck, right? And this guy grabs a blowtorch because he knows that PVC pipe, when burning it, is not going to make any noxious fumes or anything like that. So he grabs a full-on blowtorch, burns a hole through the pipe, and easily gets the ball. Like, freaking, you're giving just this comedian a blowtorch to do that? Like, that's crazy. But, like, that's awesome. That's so awesome. Also, other Taskmaster thing to talk about was they announced some more of the... So it's a charity live stream that they're doing for, like, Taskmaster. And they announced a few more people that are going to be in it. And I think everyone's now excited for it. Like, even if you didn't care about the first batch of people, very much the second batch, everyone's excited because of 2 people. Sorry, I'm finishing this. Some Dippin' Dots. So the 2 that just got announced is Matthew and Stephanie Patrick. Matt Pat is gonna be on the Taskmaster charity live stream. Like, bruh. like I saw some of like because it's like Minecraft. There was like a Minecraft like I think YouTuber or something, and then like some people just I didn't know. So once again, I wasn't like super intrigued. But like they announced, I think it was like earlier today that it was announced that MatPat was going to be one of the people that are going to be there. And I guess on like GT Live, like way back when, he did talk about how much he really wanted to be on Taskmaster. Like people in the comments were saying that like he was really sad to hear that like the US version was just never going to be a thing and wanted to like figure out something to like actually be on Taskmaster. And now he's going to be on the charity live stream. Yeah, no, I'm excited for it now. What is he doing? Well, he was trying to do some like legislative related things related to gaming. I think he's working on an ARG of some kind. I think on a game. Like he's trying to do like a whole lot. But the problem is like, so here's the thing, and I'm gonna just. Hey, I have not watched a single game theory video since MatPat left. And I wonder if that's the same for a lot of people. Because, like, I know they're keeping it going and everything. But, like... I don't know. Like, is game theory still doing well even after all of that? Like there's some YouTube shows, right, where like you can have a host change or like an owner change and things can go really well. But there are others where like you see the change and you're just like, I don't think I'm going to be watching that anymore. I mean, hey, if it's still doing okay, like that's great. It's just the fact that like, so I'm going to use some examples on like channels like going away for this, right? So there's like, so I'm going to use MatPat, Chilled Chaos, and the Game Grumps in this way, okay? So you had, so like MatPat, right? You have Game Theory. Game Theory is his child. Like he did so much stuff and so much good part for the community, but like, not even just the theories. I think it's also just MatPat's infectious, like positivity and just eagerness to do things that I think is what made it so watchable. There's people who are like, oh, let's watch all the FNAF theories or watch all this other stuff like later on the line. And once again, I never really watched any of the FNAF theories because it like never like appealed to me. They fell off. Yeah, no. And that's the thing, is because this is a situation where the face of the brand is the reason why people are watching rather than the content. And that is very much proof when, like, if you look at like GT Live stuff, right? That's all featuring MatPat. You have GT Live, you had Game Theory, Food Theory, that's all him. Like, he's putting it together. Sure, he has like writers and everything also like helping him out at that point, but like he's the one coming up with the theories. He's the face of it, and his like personality is just so positive and infectious that like you could be having a bad day and you watch MatPat, like a MatPat video of Game Theory, and you're having a good day. It might be just the most outlandish theory you've ever heard, but his whole point is he's telling a story in his own unique way. And there's some things where like, yeah, he gets it right on the money. And then there's other times where he's not even remotely close about like what exactly is going on, right? There's so much stuff like that, right? But that's the thing I'm saying, Blasi. Like, yeah, like there's some stuff that you would see the absurdity, right? You would see the absurdity of some of his theories and be like, this is so fucking stupid. But like, because of just how he handled himself and just how positive and just like a good-natured person he was, like you just kind of believe him, right? And even when he had Ronnie Edwards, may he rest in peace, like his series I thought was interesting back when I watched it. I can't remember it now for this to save my life. I'm sorry. But like, I remember watching like the Ronnie stuff and I thought it was like really interesting. Gaijin Goomba had their own stuff. They had a crossover where they tried not to use Smash Bros, but like everything led back to Smash Bros. And then they had Austin, the science guy, like talking about the science of everything. And they had like, there was so many good stuff, but they had so many good personalities on there. And yeah, the editing style was delightful, absolutely. But like all the personalities you had on there were infectious to where you did want to watch them. I think the only one that may have not done well was Crossover, but that's because like once it became very apparent that everything could be linked back to Smash Bros, you know, there's not too much you could really say about it at that point. It's like, ah, yes, Smash Bros. All right, we're going to try to connect Kratos to this. Smash Bros. It's like, oh, great, cool. But like, I think it was Drake who's the one who did that one. And Drake, I think, is now like extremely successful in their own right. But now, like, once again, now it's more, you don't have, like, the channel might be in good hands, but you're not, like, it's with people who, I'm gonna be real, like, they have big shoes to fill, and they're not nearly going to have, like, the personalities and stuff that, like, MatPat had, you know? And it's more of, like, in a corporate sort of feel than anything. So like that's when the face goes, like at that point you just have the channel just like stop and then have somebody else just come along and like make their own theories. Like don't have it then be pigeonholed to the game theory channel. What if like some little kid just like watches that in the future and is like, you know what, I want to make my own channel on theories, and then now you have the second coming of that, right? Like, I don't know. I feel like once MatPat like left, I think it should have just stayed. Like it should have been like, that's the end of the channel. It was a great run, but like, that's it. Now you're just milking it for all it's worth, right? At least that's just what it feels like. But now let's move on to one where like you can have a personality change, like a person's you can have like a host change or like an owner change and still be extremely successful, and that's the Game Grumps. So I know that people probably don't know this now because it's been so long that it's been Aaron and Dan, but when Game Grumps first started, it was JonTron and Aaron. So Ego Raptor and JonTron, it was both of them together. They had like the massive Sonic 06 series that like really, I feel like that did get Game Grumps like on the map at that point. Even though you had two well-known personalities, like the Sonic 06 playthrough, like people were really like stoked about, right? But now you have it changed to Aaron, to Dan. And once it changed to Dan, you know, there's a conversation that could be had where, you know, oh, now it's like part of the face is gone. Do we still stick with that? And a lot of people said yes. And then you had people who've come and gone. I think Ross is no longer part of Game Grumps, right? Like you have Barry who left and did his own thing. Roy, by the way, is our final one for 100% on the Master Cycle. So we get to use the Master Cycle for once on wood tires. And the Happy Clouds, which I don't have yet. On the Super Glider, which is the first thing we get. Okay. I get the feeling that we're not going to be able to drift with this, but we'll see. Don't they ever really switch out Dan and Aaron now? Not like both of them at the same time. They have like other series featuring other parts of the crew, but like the face is Dan and Aaron. But like they do have like other editors. They do have like other, like they have Ego Raptor's wife, Susie, I think is her name. This thing cannot drift. Good to know. Okay. We're gonna have, this is gonna be a little bit tough. But like they still have like some people on. Yeah, and I haven't watched this in a while, so I don't know who's like on now, but they still make numbers. They have multiple different channels, but like their whole thing is having fun. And even like it was early enough on to where they could change like a host and everything should be fine, right? But you have like when Dan and Aaron are like done like with Game Grumps, like I foresee them just stopping the channel completely. I don't think it's going to happen for a very long time because both of them like love what they're doing, from what I understand, that like they could probably go on for another like 5-10 years because like that's all they really want to do. Hey, I relate. I got it. Gotcha. But like if and when the channel has to like if Aaron has to leave, ends up leaving, or Dan leaves, like that's it for the channel, I think, at that point. But then you have the final thing I was going to talk about, where you have a channel that has ended, but they ended it in such a smart way that there was a joke on their current stream, which I'll get to in a second, that just said, "This is my pension money at this point. Thank you." Sorry, I was like sneezing for a little bit there. That was painful. So Chilled Chaos, I think a few months ago now, thank you. Chilled Chaos has formally retired from YouTube. Massive streamer, big in the Among Us scene, right? People loved like all of his like Among Us stuff that he did, but he was like a creature before that, and there was like so much stuff that he did for the platform that like I think he just wanted to like move forward with his life and try to do something else. There's like a lot of his friends still stream and everything, but he just wanted to step away, I believe. But he did it in such a smart way where, once again, like I agree with the fact that it's literally his pension for forevermore. He, on Twitch, you can actually watch, it is just an open viewing of all of his content. It's randomly selected, and like you could be watching an Among Us video, or it could then go to his like really old like Little Big Planet content, to like the OG Derp Crew stuff. Like if it was ever a video, you can watch it, and it's just a full viewing party. People can still donate directly to like support it, so that way it can still be like ongoing. But like I think he still has like memberships and everything still there, where people still like give him like Twitch sub money and all that sort of stuff. And he's not even like doing a stream himself. All it is just it's just the just an auto player just running the stream. And like I still like follow him, of course, because like I do enjoy his content. I probably won't ever like watch the Always On, but I do consistently see that it has like 400 to 500 viewers like consistently, and it's a 24/7 stream now. Like essentially every 24 hours it has to like reset a little bit. But like imagine that like you ended off your stream, you ended off your like your career on a high note, and now people can just sit and watch your content for many years to come. And that watch time that you're getting in like the AdSense is still making you money even after you've retired. That's crazy. Like, that's so good. And like, I'm so happy for him, like that he gets to have that like kind of luxury that he can just, you know, if he wants to be like whatever his, I think his major was like history or something, but it's like he could just move on and do whatever he feels like, and he's still getting income. He could work a minimum wage job if he really, really wanted to, and he's still making more money than most people in the US. Like, it's crazy. Now I know that there's some people who like are still have this hope that he might come back, and I think there's always a chance that people come back. There's always a possibility that like Matt Pat comes back, or like Chilled Chaos comes back. I mean, heck, Chilled still has his editors releasing video on his second channel right now of all of like the VOD playthroughs he has done over the years. So like, I think he still has like 2 to 3 years more of content on that channel. But like, that's just insane. I just want to make content at this rate. Like, obviously there's like the streams and everything, and I've been enjoying the heck out of the streams, of course. But like, I really just want to be like, man, I do want to do my 100% video stuff and breakdowns and that sort of jazz. Oh, that's lava. I have hope. I have hope. I feel bad that I freaking slept, but I'm still gonna be awake for a lot tonight. And then I have the stream with Lottie. There. So there's just a lot going on. I'll do the best I can on my end. Though it sounds like my schedule is pretty set in stone right now. It seems like I'm going to be closing, like, most days I work. There's a few where I do open, I think because they're trying to fill, like, an opening manager role. So, like, a few of us, I think, are, like, doing all that. I got really confused by Spring, though, earlier, because Spring messaged me, is like, hey, when you work on this day, we're gonna, like, practice closing, like, the thing that I showed you on Monday. And, like, I read the text, I read it again. I was really confused about what just popped up on my phone, sorry. And I was like, didn't, you already taught me, and, like, I don't entirely need practice, like, I just need the big boss to see that I can do it. But I guess I don't know, something weird's going on, but yeah, I should be fine though. I should be fine. I actually get to work with Spring tomorrow, so that'll be fun. Hooray, yeah. Hi, Toadette. But yeah, so the rest of this week, it's so weird because like this week feels so odd when like I go to work on a Sunday and like that's the beginning of my week, when I still like mentally treat Monday as the beginning of the week, even though I know it's not. It's weird, but there should be a lot done this week. I feel really bad because so Sparks finished a short on Monday and I have not uploaded it, mostly because I've just straight up forgotten. There's just been so much on my mind that I just have forgotten. So I need to get that set up. Yeah, this week is going to be a little bit strange. I got to follow up with Derpy to see what else he needs for the weekly highlights. So that's a thing. Yeah, there's the weekly highlights stuff, but those weekly highlights are going to be like 2 weeks out. But like, that's fine. Once again, like if it's there, it's there. If it's not, it's not. I fell off the map. That's fine. I'm trying not to drift, but like there's not much. I don't have much of a choice. Like I need to drift on Rainbow Road of all maps. So I'm locking in. We're fine. But some streams are going to be probably changing. I say probably because like it's hard to say. And like some streams are going to be maybe added. Like it just everything's over there. Why do I have so many bombs? Great question. So tomorrow's Thursday. It's still Wednesday for me right now, so like Thursday. I'm doing Resident Evil 5 with Lottie on their channel, right? I think we're only doing the DLC. Like the first DLC. Just because I know that the second DLC also takes super long, so I don't know if we want to like do all of it. But we'll see. And then I'm doing the Procopia stream Thursday night, which that should be fine. The only other stream that might change is on Saturday. They were catching up. They were catching up right at the end there. I just couldn't drift. I just could not drift. These are rookie mistakes. Blossy, I just couldn't drift. Just couldn't drift. Alright, we're done there. What up, Hell? How are you doing? Alright, we can finally move on to 150cc. And the randomizer is still going. Toad. On the Mach 8 with slick wheels and the flower. Alright, 150cc. Once again, I don't foresee this being super difficult, but we'll see. We're good playing Bloody Painter dating sim. Fair. So many games to play, so many games. So, just for reference's sake, Saturday might have a third stream. I gotta get confirmation from Neko, but I believe that on Saturday, I don't know if I'm gonna be streaming it on my end or if if it's just gonna be Neko. Like, we'll see. But we are going to be streaming 999. For those who don't know what 999 is, it's a escape room visual novel that I streamed years ago. And I mean years ago I streamed it. Fantastic time. It's one of my favorite games of all time. well, the series is one of my favorite series of all times. I like the third game the most, but once again, it's pretty divisive there. But Neko's never played it, so we were trying to go through a list of like what co-op games or collab games we wanted to do, and I was like, yo, I'll play Nonary games again, because I gotta play it again anyway for Doge in the future. But I don't know if the stream is only going to be on Neko's or if it's going to be both of us. I think it's going to be just Neko's, but I'll have more information for y'all like later. I need to see if like we're actually doing it this week or if we're delaying it. So we'll see. Also, these tracks are going to go by pretty fast, considering the fact that 150cc is pretty fast. So yeah. But I think we should be good timing wise with a whole bunch of games. I was worried that the Procopia DLC was going to take like no time at all. Luckily the DLC is pretty good. I definitely decided to just kind of let it be what it is. Like, I'm not taking it like super seriously, but I'll worry about that later. Yeah, I'm hoping by the end of this week. I actually would like to get Procopia done by the end of this week, and I would like to get Mario Kart 8 Deluxe also like nearly done. I think we'll be in good standing if I would say if I get like either 150cc needs to be done by 4 hours, or it needs to be like just enough. Because like I said, we're doing two 200cc's as well at the end of the stream, so. A lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. But I also got like Pal World stuff to do. A lot of games, a lot of games. And I got scripts to write that I keep putting off. So we will get there in due time. Games in the past coming back, it's just, there's so much fun stuff. There's a blue shell after me. You know, I'm a little bit worried. solely because, like, everyone is catching up to me. Like, look at the map. Like, Peachette is, like, actually caught up. I can't avoid this. Seriously? Oh, she had it. Please don't. I'm in 4th place. Okay. This is not acceptable, you say, when I just got blue shelled to all hell. Don't worry. We're chilling. Look at that. Hello, Lucy. Welcome to the stream. You playing online or by myself? I am playing by myself. I have no interest in playing this game online. I forgot, there's no pinned messages anymore. But yes, I am solely playing this by myself. I am just trying to 100% the game before I move on. Waluigi's still selling Mercedes? That's so true. That's so true. He's got to get his money somehow. Goober. That's not a word I heard since like 2014. Are you stuck in the past? Also noob. Haven't heard that one since about 2010. So either you're a kid learning new lingo and just throwing it out there, trying to sound old, or you just really hate the fact that I'm not playing online, which doesn't even matter to you. What up, Cube? Congrats once again on the win, by the way. From the Mario Kart World Tournament. You got laid off on Tuesday? What? What? Huh? Son of a bitch. This is actually going bad now. Please stop killing me. Dude, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. That's awful. Let me stop with the red shells. Hi, Nix. Okay, I am safe from blue shells. I am not safe from blue shells anymore. Please. Please. I'm 500 people? Damn, bro. Also, let me do this real quick. Let me do this real fast. How am I doing? I'm chilling. I'm chilling. Sorry, I'm putting the pinned messages on here. There we go. I change the... There we go. Wait, there we go. We're good. Where is... Hubert, check your messages. Hello.
Hello.
I gotta find this. Wow, I already have you saved on the left-hand side. Sick.
I've been told my mic is now louder because we made...
Yeah.
Oh my god, what were we even playing? I was playing some game and I realized I had it set to 79 in Windows settings since I need to mute the stream. Holy shit. Echo.
Yeah, no, you're coming in loud and clear.
Fantastic. I'm watching a Zipwalk ad for you right now. Look at me go.
I gotta go watch another really amazing stream too. Are you saying my stream, Nix, or are you saying that there's another one out there? I'm confused. I just played this game, and this has been so easy to play because it's not 200cc yet.
Mario Kart CPUs are kind of easy, I fear.
I mean, 200cc, I'm just getting blown to smithereens with blue shells. Like, that's it.
Yeah, that sounds alright.
Yeah.
I haven't played Mario Kart 8 since I won that tournament 2 years ago.
Have we ever played Mario Kart together? I think we played against each other in Double Dash, but that's it.
I don't think we ever played Double Dash. I don't think I ever set that up on mine.
Oh. I played against somebody in Double
never
Dash.
played together, and we might have played 8. I don't know if you ever played 8 online. No.
I did.
Like the Switch came out way back when.
Yeah, I did play 8 online back then. Now I have to set the message being like, yeah, I'm only doing this single player because I have no interest. And then right before he joins, someone's like, goober and a noob. And I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, what year are we in?
Oh my god, hearing my voice echo is so sorry.
Yeah, you should just mute the stream, dude. Just mute the stream.
Doesn't setting like your volume to 0 not count as a viewer or something? Or am I thinking of viewer rewards? I don't know.
No idea.
Which is weird. Up to that 1%. Always.
Also, if you're wondering why I'm using various weird carts and characters, it's because I found a website, aka Blosty found a website that is a pure randomizer.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm doing it for every mode except for 200cc because there's no way I'm letting a horrible cart build for 200cc.
Yeah. Yeah, fair. I never played this game post-expansion pack came up.
Yeah, no, the streams for this has been the first time I've ever played these expansion pack levels.
The courses seem kind of cool.
Dude, there's a Yoshi's Island one that's incredible. Like, I think it might be my favorite map by far. Have you ever played Yoshi's Island, like, ever?
Yes. That had a DS remake, right?
There's Yoshi Island
DS,
which is...
Okay, I played the DS game.
Okay, you know, like the floating clouds that have like the green question mark on it that you would hit and it does stuff? You can fly into one and it changes part of the course.
Wait, I think I have seen this. This one's vaguely familiar.
Yeah, no, there's... And I did try to kill the mother bird that has the 2 children, and the 2 children would become like boomerang eggs. It was it didn't work, but like I tried.
Wait, this course is adorable.
Dude, it's so like some of the courses are just kind of mad. Like all the tour ones are pretty bad.
Yeah, yeah, the world ones.
Yeah. Is it no? It's
It's from Mario
tour.
Kart Tour. I say world, but it's like like the location.
Yeah.
Ones that are kind of all samey. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I like the set pieces, but like driving through them, it's just nothing special.
Yeah. I have played this course, the Yoshidama. I recall this.
Yeah. No, it's so adorable, dude.
It's very adorable.
But yeah, no, like the booster pack courses, I'd say it's this clean 50-50 split on 50% being really good and I really enjoy them, and then another 50 of just like I don't care and I get put to sleep playing them.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it doesn't help that you're playing in CPUs, so you're probably in first. 99% of the race anyway, so.
I mean, when you're playing through 50cc and 100cc, yeah. To the point, last time I streamed this game, I fell asleep on stream because it was way too easy.
Is there a reason you're playing the 50cc, 100cc ones?
Because the other thing I should mention is I reset a whole bunch of my like save files.
Yeah, I'm just wondering because in Mario Kart Wii, at the very least, if you do a Grand Prix on 150cc, it gives the same progress to 100.
It does not for 8. I can assure you of that.
That is tragic.
Yeah. So I have to replay all of them. I don't mind. Like I'm getting the footage for it anyway because once again, the reason I like got rid of all of them is just because I can now just get footage on all of it. Good thing this is not the last lap. Freaking, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Where are these green shells coming from? It's up here that I think is the faster. Yes, I have had Worlds since it came out. I've just never played it.
Really? World's pretty fun. The movement is very in-depth if you care to learn that far. But I am not that level at all.
Yeah.
So,
but you still won a tournament.
I did win a tournament. However, the tournament's formatting was kind of horrible. In that you had a single race and only top 2 moved on until semifinals. So my strat, instead of learning all this cool stuff, was just play consistent and don't be greedy. And that was what killed me last year. Is I went for a shortcut on Airship Fortress, those who know, and then I didn't hit it, and then it ruined my race. And then I was like, wow, that actually just ruined it all. So this year I came in and I was like, I'm gonna play very consistent. I'm gonna do only the things I know how to do 100%. And then I crushed. Except, I didn't tell you this whole storyline. I had a rival. So they've done 3 years of Mario Kart tournaments at my ex-place in Blender now. And I had a rival that got second place to me the first year, where I won on Mario Kart 8. Then he got second place to somebody else the second year. And then he got to the finals with me this year, and then lost again on Rainbow Road.
Dude,
and he's like, I'm actually just cursed. I felt a little bad, but that is tough.
Dude, listen, them's the ropes is
them the ropes.
Sucks.
No, it was actually like, I wish I had the footage. Oh, okay, my boss recorded it, but it's, like, no longer right, it's not going anywhere. But, she recorded the whole race, and it's like actually an insane back and forth, but I got really lucky. I pull a red shell, and I'm able to red him, somewhere between lap 3 and 4, at the end. And then after he gets put in second place after I red him, a CPU red combos him. And I'm like, oh my god. I was saved. But the hypest part of the race, actually, because we had a large live crowd of like probably 60 people all watching this race intently.
Damn.
Is that on lap 2, I think, like a little ways into it, I'm in first place and a blue shell comes, and he's right behind me. So I slow down with the blue shell and veer over it toward him, and he sees this coming as well. And so as the blue shell's hitting me, I swing toward him, and he tries to swing around me to dodge it while not losing all the speed, and falls off the course. And the crowd just loses their goddamn minds.
Oh my gosh,
like,
dude.
oh my god! And then we both like recovered from that, and they were in the exact same spot again. We were like neck and neck. It was so hype. I had a blast.
I think that's what it's about at the end of the day. Like,
100%. I was
Like
actually, I was so happy that we just got to pull off like the storyline because we were so excited to see we were on opposite sides of the tournament bracket. And I was like, I will see you in finals. He was like, I will see you in finals. And then, you know, the 1v1 final shows up and it's me and him and we do like the stereotypical like handshake, like
yeah.
we're ready to do this. We're ready to do this. But yeah, no, I won. I have my second Switch sitting on my countertop. And
Hey, you can ask Spring. Slime doesn't have a Switch too?
No. Okay. You have siblings, Kit, so I don't know how your relationship with your siblings in terms of this. If you
really
win
bad
an
in
extra Switch-
general.
Yeah, okay. Yes, I'm aware of that part. But okay. At least in my family, and people in chat can call me out or whatever, me and Slime have... Okay, me and Slime, my other brother, all have like this sibling relationship that I won the Switch 2 and I'm gonna sell it to them. Now, some of my coworkers might disagree with this sentiment, and they're like, you're not just gonna give it to your sibling. And that was like a shocking thing to them. And I was like, no, this is just our sibling relationship. This is how it is. This is how it's always been. Like,
But that's the thing is, I agree that you would have to sell it to them, because like,
yeah.
you're like, okay, if you're all like kids, right, and you won like this, you're not selling it to them. You're giving it to your sibling. If you're like kids or teenagers.
Yeah, if my sibling's like 7 years old or something, yeah, I'm just giving it to them.
Yeah, exactly. But now that you're adults and you have money and there's bills to be paid, like you have to consider that. Yeah, you need to consider that.
Granted, I'm still really close with my brother, and so I'm giving him a really good deal.
And that's really good how it should be. Is like you should just give the deal. You don't do it like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to you at sell price. Like then you're just kind of an asshole. But like if it's like, oh,
market price would be just a big move.
yeah.
I offered some friends like I think I offered them at 375, but now I'm giving it to my brother. I'll just say the number. I'm giving it to him for 150.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair.
With a stipulation that he's gonna buy a new board game and teach it to us. So.
Oh, nice.
You know,
Parana just re-invited me back to the board game club the other day.
Oh, that's right. He does live out by you down there, right?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So that's where I learned all my board game stuff from. We really got to get Doge into playing the tabletop simulator.
I think he's down. I don't know what we would play on tabletop sim.
We could probably find some stuff. We're probably gonna have to wait till after the wedding.
Yeah, almost.
Which I'm so glad I got a job in time to make money to go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which, if you need a roommate to share a hotel room to cut the cost, please.
I think. Well, I don't know about because you're not in the bridal party anymore. If I understand correctly.
Correct. Yeah. No, because I don't. Yeah, because I don't live there. So I am simply a guest, and I'm a-okay with that.
I am splitting a hotel room with Slime, unfortunately.
I figured as much. So yeah. So we Doge and I checked like prices. I think when we were playing Xenoblade, and I think it's like $500 or so for like flying there, and then like the 2-day room.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Yeah. I was talking about it with Neko actually earlier, and she thought I was driving there for a second. I was like, nope. no, I'm flying round trip. So, yeah, because I'm gonna only be there for like right after the wedding. I'm probably just gonna go straight back to the airport and fly back. Like not even resting.
Like
I'll just sit on the plane.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, it's because like I don't want to with how my bills and everything like that are.
Yeah,
like I
no,
don't.
That's fair.
Like I told Doge, I was like, I'm gonna make sure I have. I what did I say? $800 I think was like what my budget's gonna be. So like flying there and everything is like 500, and then whatever else like Uber and whatnot. I figure like a $300 buffer is at least good to have.
Damn, it's really a $500 flight for you?
It's 232 for a round trip, and then it's 250 I think we found for the room.
Oh, okay, you're counting the room in that. I got you.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
thinking just the flight. I was like, damn,
no, it's flight,
like
flight,
200 something like that.
Yeah, no, it's flight and room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So, but that's why like I haven't like him and I were like, oh, we got to do more Xenoblade and more like Caboodle stuff, because we still keep saying, where's Cuban Slime? When are we doing more Caboodle?
Doge has just been hella busy. Yeah, like
no, it is very clearly just Doge. Like it's funny when he brings up both of you, and I'm just like, No, I'm pretty sure they're playing other games while we're waiting for you to get married, so that way you're free.
Yeah, we've been
That
non-stop
is-
grinding FF14, and Doge is like kind of playing on the side, but he's like, you know, lagging
He's
behind
he's
hard.
it sounds like he's
you know,
been
busy, so.
yeah, it sounds like he's been putting like the wedding first, which absolutely is the right move.
Yeah.
Like we're not
Yeah,
gonna
100%.
which is why like the Danganronpa group, we haven't like come up with a time of when we're gonna start the fourth chapter.
Oh yeah, yeah. I didn't forgot about that. That's so happening.
Well,
Still
because
got time, though. The game 2x2 doesn't come out till whatever you
Which-
give it a date,
which
right?
we
It's
could-
just sometime next year.
yeah, which we're probably gonna talk about that before you go to sleep.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, we're gonna be finishing like Doge wants to finish 2 and V3 and even Ultra Despair Girls before that. But here's the thing, he becomes so free after that wedding.
That's fair, but is Adori also so free? Because
Dori-
or you guys?
Cheese is free. We Cheese and I talked about it when we were playing Power World the other day. So like I know Cheese's schedule is fine. Adori's, if we keep doing Saturdays and also Sundays, like if we do 2 days, Adori is, I believe, typically fine because she's really wanted to continue Danganronpa 2. The only thing that's ever like really stopped it has been Doge.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah, like out of all the timings, it's like Doge has like a wedding thing he has to do, or Doge is spending time with Allie. Like, and once again, we completely understand.
The ball.
Yeah, the only other one that like has stopped it briefly has actually been Cheese, but that's because Cheese is trying to do Deadlock and Overwatch tournaments.
Yeah, I've seen she's grinding.
Yeah, so he's like apologizes, like, hey, I can't do it this week because I have an Overwatch tournament that I really want to do. He said he's given up on fighting games, and I was like, okay, we'll see you back in Guilty Gear the next time the character's announced.
Yes, that sounds alright.
Yeah, but like, I'm happy Cheese is like focusing on that, but we, like myself, Adori, and Cheese all agreed that once Doge gets married, like then we can continue on. I think that was the same for the Caboodle, and it's why I haven't really pushed him about like Xenoblade recently, which I'm surprised he's been liking.
I've completely missed you in Xenoblade. Are you guys playing through the first one?
Yeah, so even though I've completed it, I found out that if I do, slight spoilers for Xenoblade chat, like very slight. Do you care if I say something?
I don't care.
If you, and like I said, I'm just gonna be like super slight so that way it doesn't spoil it for like a bunch of people. Shulk starts off with the Monado 3. Which then begs the question, why is there a Monado 3? And I don't want Doge to be thinking about that right now. And then one character already starts in their alternate form, which spoils what happens with them later.
I see. This is because you already beat the game, but you're playing like...
Correct. Like, yeah, because I was like, oh, we'll just do New Game Plus so that way I can get the remaining achievements, beat the game, and like we can just have an easy playthrough like we were doing with Persona 5 Royal. But then I looked up like what all the changes were, and I was like, okay, so he's just gonna get spoiled on like the 2 biggest twists in the game, like 5 minutes in. Great. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So, and then I've had to have him like look away every time I save because my previous save that has all the characters is there, so. But I was a little worried because I know like Xenoblade's like a little bit of a slow roll like right at the beginning, especially like starting off. But the moment the big like story beat happened at the end of the first stream, he's been like pretty darn hooked.
Okay. I don't know anything about the first game, admittedly. I only played Xenoblade 2, and then I dropped it like right before the finish, so...
That's fair. I gotta play Xenoblade 2. There's a bunch of Xenoblade games I gotta play. Yeah, no,
the music is really good. I'm
Oh,
sure it's the same
absolutely.
as the first game.
Yeah. I believe I'm gonna have to restart. That was the worst thing that has ever happened.
Horrible.
I cannot believe that. Hold on. Wait, second place is right there. Hold on. Can I get there? Red shell? Oh my
It's
gosh.
just that easy.
my gosh, I can't believe that worked. Okay. Yes, sir. No, first game is really good. Music's fantastic. It's just really slow to start off with, and I know Doge, whenever we played mystery games, especially on Caboodle, like, he's always the one to try to figure out everything. Heck, he figured out Persona 4's mystery the first stream. Like, I know he's smart enough to, like, piece it together. He, so far, has not pieced together a single thing in the game. Like, he hasn't really thought about any twists. He hasn't really thought about, like, too much about the enemies that have been fought. Like, he mostly is just treating it as, like, a good story where there's not, like, an overarching thing.
Yeah. Wait, can I throw a random question? Did you ever play Blueprints?
Yeah, we talked about this before Blueprints came out.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know if Doge ever did.
Doge has not, and that's another one that I was considering actually doing for the Caboodle. Because I know
Caboodle interest.
What's up?
I don't know if I'd watch someone play Blueprints admittedly, but
which that's fair. That's why I was like, I had a few pitches for Caboodle stuff once you Slam and Doge were like all free again.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen all the.
Yeah, and I know most of it. I haven't gotten like the end and stuff. I know Neko wants to stream it with me at some point, but I was like, oh, Doge would also probably really like the mystery and everything, and
100%.
And that whole
if you don't if you don't know everything that happens in the game or whatever, then it's like a fantastic game, don't get me wrong. But like once again, I do know everything. So
yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm like, I don't know if you and Slime would be down, but it's another one that like I would pitch to Doge, or at least I would like to see Doge play himself. I'm so glad that we have in the Danganronpa stream though, we have Cheese who like just likes all the characters and is so emotionally attached that when something happens, it's just traumatic. And then you have Doge over here just hypothesizing about everything. But then you have the crazy, oh, this is bad. You know what? All right. Well, that's that. Blue shell to red shell to red shell.
Wow, that is brutal.
Oh, come on. That's our first loss on 150cc, but we'll stick with the same cart. It's not bad. Hey, sometimes these things happen. You just get unlucky.
Yep, which is exactly how I thought my Mario Kart tournament experience was gonna go. My entire team was watching, and I was like, well, I mean, it's Mario Kart, and we have one race. Like, anything can happen. A blue shell will end my entire run. Like,
oh, so you haven't seen any of the Danganronpa 2 like streams lately, have you?
No.
There have already been some insane guesses about things that have just caused chat to lose their mind. So,
I do not doubt that for a second. Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil for chat for those who have not seen it, so don't worry. But you know what happened. You obviously know what happens to a character between Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, right?
Can you remind me what happens at the end of Chapter 3?
Eat well, shit well.
That didn't help.
Who's the character that says that?
Is it the double? No, it's not a double.
Team manager.
Is Chapter 3 the fun room?
No, 4 is the fun zone. 3 is the one before the fun zone, where said character becomes said character.
I'm googling this. I don't remember. I'm not gonna say too much out loud then.
Yeah. I think the only thing I could say is Gymnast tries to fight Monokuma. Someone nearly dies, but they come back.
Oh, Chapter 3 is, yeah.
Yeah. So you know what character I'm talking about, right?
Well, the character I'm thinking of is the character that gets executed, so maybe not.
Nope. So the character gets executed in 3. They had no idea about chapter 3 at all. Like they got the victims wrong and they got the culprit wrong.
Yeah.
They didn't know who the culprit was until the game said who the culprit was.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like they were so off the mark. But there is the team manager and the gymnast are like really good friends, right? I'm talking about Nekomaru.
Yeah.
And then he comes back, but as something else. Do you remember that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
Okay. She's predicted that.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Everyone in chat was losing their mind because Cheese just casually predicts it. And I had to like verify with Cheese after like it got revealed that he didn't look up anything. And like, he's like, I swear I didn't look up anything. But like, couldn't figure out the culprit in chapter 3. And it was just like, oh yeah, you know what? I'm pretty sure like we're about to get this happening. And me and Adori like message each other screaming.
Did he say like the name pun or did
No, he did not say the name pun.
Oh.
Like he didn't, he just said like, this is what's going to happen.
That's crazy.
And Doge immediately shot it down too, which was even funny here. Yeah, no, like chat was losing their mind. There's a few chapter 4 things I have to talk about, but we can't talk about them until we get there.
Yeah. I really like chapter 4. It's just
Chapter 4 is great. I found out that the Vita bug is not in the PC version, and it's gonna make me so happy. But apparently everyone thought I was crazy saying there was a Vita bug.
What's the Vita bug?
So when you're in the parts, I think it's like the 3rd day you're in the area for chapter 4, because there's like the fatigue happening. I found out that like my run button got disabled to mimic the fact that like everyone's like fatigued and like tired, right?
Interesting.
So I like figured that was some point in the game. The problem was I couldn't run for the rest of the time playing the game unless I reset like everything.
Oh wow, that would actually piss me off.
Yeah, so I couldn't like running around all the islands and everything like that. Like I couldn't do it.
That's
so
tough.
I asked chat, I was like, please tell me that's not in the PC version. And they're like, no, that definitely isn't. That sounds horrible. And I was like, it was.
Yeah, that is tough.
The same thing's about to happen again. Except
Yeah,
without blue shells.
Jesus.
What's happening? I don't think I'm playing that bad though.
Like this part specifically, I don't think so. You're missing some shortcuts on Swamp Ruins.
Well, yeah, no, Swamp Ruins. I knew that, and with the vehicle that I had no faith. I'm gonna be completely honest. I had no faith.
Well, but what do you want me to do, boss? Pass the controller, bro.
Just pass it through the screen. But anyway, speaking of Danganronpa 2x2. I watched my friend Raby News's video on the interview they had with Crunchyroll. I don't know if you saw that.
I think I saw an article about the interview.
Probably.
Rage bait him, IDK.
They said that it is a revival of the Danganronpa, not a remake.
Oh, I did see that.
And if the game performs well, they would love to make more Danganronpa games.
Yeah, that is exciting. Do you ever even play 100 Line? I don't even remember.
No, and it's on my list of stuff to stream.
Okay, how do I say this? 100 Line... I don't even know.
I will get to it. I will get to it.
I didn't finish it. I have some issues with the gameplay. Well, I don't know. It just drags on so long, is I guess how I feel about it. I don't want to spoil anything for you, obviously, but...
Yeah. I get the sense of that, too, because obviously there's 100 endings. Like,
well, Weeby... I think it counts, like, bad ends, too, so... Yeah. It's a little bit inflated. But there's still, don't get me wrong, a lot of content.
Yeah, Weeby's been playing through it and like streaming it. I haven't watched like any of it, but she I think even took a break for like 3 months because of just how hectic it all was.
I don't know. I didn't finish it. I didn't even finish a round, to say the least, because I think. Hold on. Let me check my hours in the game actually.
Others?
I have. Oh, it actually doesn't show unless you have the game installed. Oh no, it's because I know why. Don't worry about that.
It's family sharing?
There's a workaround in order to, no, there's a workaround if you, in the old days of the Steam family share, to have two people play a game at the same time, and I was the one who was chosen to be offline, so it doesn't track my hours. Anyway.
Yeah,
I played, probably, I think my estimate is 20 hours, and I didn't see anything.
Gotcha.
And I was kind of over it.
That's fair. I actually just set up now a family sharing account with myself for some content ideas, so I am excited for that. There's so many ideas in the process. So
I mean, you're aware of some of like the gameplay basics, right?
I have not seen anything, dude.
Can I say the most basic of basic things, or no?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, there's sections of the game where you will be playing like a Fire Emblem combat kind of.
Oh, I knew that. Yeah. I knew that part.
Yeah.
Because that was in the trailer.
Yeah. Well, I don't. Sometimes you don't watch trailers, so I don't know if you know or not. But
that one I did watch because that one was Kodaka, and usually they don't.
I think
he doesn't show anything.
The combat scenarios are actually like kind of good. They're fine. It's just the weird pacing with the story followed by these combat scenarios. Something like shit will hit the fan, right? And then it's like, also we're gonna throw you into like a 30-minute combat, and you're just gonna not have to do anything with that story, and you're just gonna sit there and think about it. And it's like, I just don't want to play the combat right now. I want to get to the story.
So that's, dude, what is happening? Help me! This is bad. Baby Daisy, get the fuck off the road. Hold on, before I say anything, let's see if I can nail this, because I failed this every single time. I missed again. I fucking missed it again. That was a good one, though.
You didn't trick.
I pressed the button and I missed it, so. But I didn't even think with the trick it wasn't gonna work.
I tried, Lossy, I tried. Yeah. I did everything I could.
No, so there is. I've killed an inkling. There is a game that I wanted to stream for a while that I know is supposed to be extremely bad, even though the concept seemed really interesting. It's that Inescapable game.
No idea what you're referring to.
It was. It's like an indie. It was like an indie version of like.
No Rules, No Rescue?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, their reviews are not good. No.
Yeah, no, but that's the thing is because like I remember Weeby telling somebody, because like I watched like a few of their other streams, like videos, like I sometimes lurk in there, and they were mentioning that like because they played Inescapable very briefly and then they had to just stop. I think they said that like 100 Line is like similar in that vein, where like just things aren't happening and you just don't get like closure until later.
Yes.
And that's like the entirety of Inescapable. Is you, from what I understand, even though I still want to try it, it's like you'll pick the route, and then if that route has information about other routes, you're not going to be able to follow up on that for another like 40 hours.
Yeah, I feel like, admittedly, VLR was kind of like this.
Yeah, and VLR like has so much stuff that's like that, but I think VLR did it better though.
Exactly,
right?
I'm in agreement. I think VLR did it better because like.
But that's because, well, no, I think I know what you're saying, because the way that VLR worked is you end up, it's not just like, oh, here's a beat and then it's gone for good. That beat still gets progressively like talked about and reminded in every separate route.
Yeah.
Like you're wondering.
It was a lot harder to like run into a dead end route and then not learn anything. And
True.
Then, like most of the time, granted there's some routes that you do obviously get locked out of, but then you're like relatively close to getting a huge bunch of info anyway.
Yeah, but like it still like constantly reminds you of like.
Yeah. No, 100 Line. I don't even. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even look up. I think some routes are locked behind others, but I don't even know if that's true or not. I actually want to. I don't think that's even true. I think the true ending might be locked behind something else, but that's it. I don't even know if there is a true ending. This is how much I really know about the game.
That's fair. Well, I will get to it in the future. Like, once again, there's lots of stuff that's going on right now that I have the whole list. I told myself I'm not going to be streaming 100 line though until I finish. There's a few other like ideas I want to finish first, just get them like in process before I actually stream it.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I think I'm torn on that game. I also just think I don't like the cast of characters, and I don't know if that's just like me aging out of like the Kodaka cast of characters.
So I've heard about that, and I think I know what that is. I think it's. I think it's. No, I think it's the over. I don't know the right word. Can't think of the right word. The over. I'm not taking the leaves, by the way. I suck at that escape room.
Dude, on, they're so easy.
I'm so bad at. I'll try one.
The leaves are so easy. Don't.
No, I almost jumped over that red shell again. Dude, you missed it at the beginning of the stream. I jumped over a red shell.
Oh my god.
I was stoked. All right, I'll give it a shot. I'll give it a shot.
Do it for the grand.
Dude, for the gram. Can't believe y'all. No, I think with
like 6 years.
I think with 100 line, it's more the fact that like here's what I would say. Raincode and 100 line are for the players who have never played Danganronpa, is what I would say. Man, these leaves was a great idea. What a fantastic
That is so unfortunate. That is so unfortunate.
What a crazy idea. Man, I'm really glad I took the leaf shortcut. Just like got freaking electrocuted. I had to really quickly hit the clip button because that's absolutely a clip. No, so like, if you've played Danganronpa and then you played Raincode, you'll probably have the same like response that like Slime and I did, where like the first case is amazing, or the prologue, and then after that it's like, oh, we've seen this before. Oh, we've seen this before. I really want to stream it again, but I don't think Slime is interested in playing it, so I'm just kind of... Yeah, so I was like, I'll stream it myself, that's okay. How am I so far ahead? Also, I can't take the leaves again, I'm small.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I'm going! I did it! I did it! I did it!
I told you.
Thanks, Coach. I'm glad you believed in me.
Of course. It's actually
no,
Glossy channeling their spirit through me, you see.
Fair. So yeah, I will play Raincode again, like without Slime, and that's not, once again, I think it's just because Slime was just not interested in the game, even though I'm pretty sure we stopped right before what I was told is the unequivocal best case in the game. So that's funny. But here's the thing, if you played Danganronpa and you played Raincode, you're gonna be like, man, these characters, like, I've already seen them before, like, it's just the same stuff as usual, right? But you have people who've never played Danganronpa before playing Raincode and being like, these are fucking amazing characters, these are great, yada yada yada. And I think the same thing is probably true for 100 line, where if you're a Danganronpa fan, you're just like, oh, here's another, like, Kokichi, here's another Kyoko, like...
But, like, I don't know. Maybe you can pick other routes that have more personality. They're kind of
It's possible, but, like, from what I've heard, like, that's what it kind of seems like, is if you've played Danganronpa, you're just, you know their archetypes, so you kind of just know where things are going to go. But if you're, like, if you're playing 100 line and you've never played Danganronpa before because it's not your type of game, you're going to really enjoy it. So I'm interested to see it. I still also need to play Shoot in Order.
Oh, yeah.
That one I also heard good things about. But a lot of games.
I don't know. I think my biggest issue with the 100 line, and I don't know anyone who's played it would say otherwise. I just don't. They're just not like redeemable characters in my eyes. They're just not people I'm rooting for, I guess is the easiest way to think about it.
Gotcha.
Like, okay, to spoil something without spoiling something. It's not even a spoiler. It's literally the most basic intro for a character. There's a guy-girl duo, then they're siblings. And the guy's whole, like, shtick is that he's, like, into his sister. And it's just weird and uncomfortable. I don't know how else to describe it within that. But it's just like, why is this... why am I supposed to be rooting for this guy? And it's just like that's his whole bit. And I think he goes to like a character arc later and becomes more likable. But I'm just not rooting for him.
Yeah, I get you. Would you ever be interested? Here, why is that there? Welcome to Japan. I think out of the entire caboodle, you'd be the only, maybe Slime 2. It's been a while since I've talked with Slime. I still want to play games with y'all. I miss playing like Mahjong, and I told the Final Fantasy 14 group I'll be coming back to that in RuneScape. And then there's another MMO that I'm going to be playing that is a MMO, but also would technically not be an MMO. I'll talk about that in a bit, and you will judge me harshly, but I used to love the game, and if what I was reading about the game that they just released is true, this might be the greatest single-player MMO experience I could have.
So it's not Maple Story Classic, God.
No, but I also have considered that.
Of course.
So have you heard of Exile Election? Have I talked to you about that game at all?
Not a clue.
It is a Japanese-only game, similar vein of Danganronpa, where it is a death game. But the main character, I know that this is not how it works. I'm just telling you how the game describes it, and then you go from there. He has synesthesia.
Okay.
But the way he uses it is like he can see like colors change, or like he can feel color when people lie.
Interesting.
So like you'll have a debate against somebody, and that's the entire purpose of the game, is like it's a visual novel, but it's you against one other character having a debate where you have to out debate them through like their lies.
That sounds like an interesting premise.
And it's not just like, oh, debate why like you didn't kill this person. Like there's no killing ahead of time. You have to, like you're always on the opposite side of the debate where the person that you're facing chooses the topic, and you have to prove why they're wrong. And it's all about like, I would say it's more about like life related stuff, I would say. Like, I think there's a character who's like just an utter cynic in saying that there's no redeemable people in the world, and like goes over like kind of their backstory on like why they have a belief that everyone's pretty much irredeemable and like everyone's like done bad. And you could try to like make yourself better in the future, but does that really matter when you're the only judge of yourself, and you have to out debate that and convince the rest of the characters your point of view? Does that make sense?
Somewhat, I think, yeah.
And then if you win the debates, the other character gets executed.
Interesting.
Yeah, like it. I read like the premise of it like like a really long time ago, and I think there was like mentions that they were gonna try, like somebody was gonna try to, please don't, okay. Somebody was gonna try to like make an English like fan translation, but it like never happened.
Oh, there's another game like that that also everyone said to wait up for the fan translation. It might be in a seamless list. I have to go double check.
So I was thinking also I will do the amazing shortcut here because I always do, and I did it on 200cc as well.
Go.
Listen, we do the jump. There we go. Anyway, no, my mushroom. God damn it. I was gonna use those. But yeah, what I was gonna do was oh, this sucks. I was going to just Google Translate the game, is what the plan was.
Oh dear God. I don't know how good like, that would be.
Well, as long as we get the general gist, is what like the idea was. So my idea was using like the base, or like the image version of Google Translate, have it translate, and then after reading it, we just kind of deduce what they're actually trying to say.
That sounds like it could be either a cool experience or really frustrating.
Which that's why I wanted to give it a try, because I don't think a fan translation is going to happen. And then if it worked, I can do another game, which weirdly enough, I feel like Slime would be more interested in the second game than Exile Election. Now, do I remember the name of the game I'm about to describe? No. It's an idle death game, but like it's idols trying to be like the best singer in like this competition, but if you get eliminated, they just fucking kill you. But you play as somebody who has like I think it's a deal with like death themselves, where they can, as long as they successfully beat death at something, they can just come back, and because they get back alive, they just get told they're given another chance in the competition. I think is what it was. So
interesting. Sorry, I'm like half listening because I just got into a cutscene after 14, but
you're good.
What the hell is happening?
I just can't wait to go back to playing Final Fantasy and other stuff. The other game, by the way, that I'm playing, because it's Final Fantasy, old school RuneScape, of course, I want to get back into. Do I not have Yoshi Bike? I do have the Yoshi Bike, okay. Where's Monster? Monster, there we go, and then Paraglider. This is gonna be horrible. Whatever. Yoshi Bike's great. The other things are not.
I love the Yoshi Bike.
Yeah. EverQuest Legends.
Oh, I played EverQuest way back when. Or I watched my older brother play it, to be honest.
So they have just released, it was at the end of July, EverQuest Legends, which is a complete remake of EverQuest 1, and they plan to add EverQuest 2 and all the expansions as well. And it's essentially a, hey, if we ever go end of service, you can just play this game single player and still have the same experience.
That's neat.
Yeah, like I found it out randomly. Dude, I can't drift with these wheels. This is bad. They essentially were like, yeah, so you want to raid? You can just raid by yourself and just have like the CPUs like help out. You want to team up with like other people? Do it. But if the game like gets shut down, then hey, you own the game. Like I think it's like your subscription, however much you put in with your subscription, you can get the game, and then like you can just keep playing it forevermore as like an MMO that's just like by yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And I was like, yeah, no, I was like, that's sick. And I kind of want to see what a rehashed EverQuest is like, because I loved 2 of the expansions in EverQuest 2. And I think it was the first MMO I've played that had an actual like house building like system.
Yeah. House building just reminded me of Trine for some reason. Jesus. Or Trove, forgive me,
Trove,
not Trine.
yeah. So yeah, I do want to give that a shot on stream. But I know my Final Fantasy group has been like, are you going to be coming back soon, Kit? And I'm like, yes, I will. I just need money.
You got my catching up to do, friend.
I'm still in the first expansion. I'm sorry, I'm in the base game.
We're gonna continue just doing all the side quests. We'll never see you anywhere.
I know, but that means I don't have to worry about raiding.
Don't worry about raiding. That's the whole fun.
I know it's the whole fun, but I've lived that life in World of Warcraft.
I love raiding.
I do love raiding too.
There,
I just
we'll
once again, once the wedding's all said and done, I think you will.
I think so too. I don't know what level of difficulty content he's wanting to do, really.
Knowing him,
here. Me and my friends got like into like the hard-ish. So there's like the 2 endgame content levels is Savage, which is like hard, and Ultimate, which is like really,
I know what
really
it
hard,
is.
like hardest.
I have watched Tia.
Savage tier. You watched what?
One of the viewers that watched and like helped out with Final Fantasy 14 Tia, they do ultimate raids.
I see. I would love to try alternate raids. However, most people who do alternate raids do like a static, so like the same 8 players play together all the time.
Yeah, no, that's.
I don't have time to. Well, I guess I'm taking a look at but I haven't found a static or anything like that. And doing it in Party Finder, which is the way where you just like pair with randoms every time you want to run it, is horrible for alternates. So.
It's WoW's Raid Finder. Also, if you would now have free time, you're gonna get back into streaming. Where's my Sonic Rider streams?
I'm trying to actually change things up and not, because I work remote, so it's been my entire day in front of my computer. So I'm trying to find ways to get out of my apartment. It's like my new.
No, that's fair.
That's like, I have all this free time now that I didn't have previously. Why not use it to do stuff?
No, and that's completely fair. I'm just. It's always a running theme of like whenever you, because we talked about this when you won the world tournaments. Like I talked about it on like I think the first Mario Kart stream, because I was like, that's awesome. Like I've never done tournaments like ever, but like that's super cool. And then the usual thing of, is Cube gonna stream again? And then talking about how I would wish that you and Doge would stream. I still would not think that Slime would stream, but I was like, yeah, Doge and Cube would stream. That's fine.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. I'm very much a... What's the right word? Stoic's the wrong word, but like... I'm a quiet person. That's the real answer. If I'm with other people, I'm like more of a like talk.
Yeah.
If I'm alone, I'm not. I'm sitting there in silence. I'm not saying anything.
I get that. But the problem is, but the side of that is the fact that you would have Cheese being at every single stream. Hands down, I know that much. Doge and I would be there. So at least you would have people to talk to.
I don't know. I knew you guys would pop in, don't get me wrong, but I'm not expecting you guys to be there non-stop regardless.
You very much don't understand. You very much don't understand my dedication to supporting friends.
I don't know. It's like, I'm just not gonna talk to myself. Like, I think if anything, if I only streamed, I'd stream only like multiplayer shit. I think that'd be more enjoyable.
Once again, completely fair. So then that leads into my next question. When are we doing the next archipelago?
We got like kind of into it. Some of my IRLs got into it until we played it. God, I was about to say like a month ago, but I think it's probably been like 4 or 5 already. They're just, I don't know. I tried out Paper Mario, like the OG Paper Mario 64, and oh my god, Paper Mario 64 emulators are horrible. I don't know if you ever used BizHawk, Shot in the Dark.
I have heard of it, yes.
Okay, it's a N64 emulator that seeks to emulate the console as faithfully as possible, and what that means is that it also emulates the N64 lagging. And when you're playing Paper Mario 64, you would expect like just to be like a configurable option or something. But I don't know, maybe it's out there. I think a different emulator, Project 64.
I would recommend, Project 64. You should do RetroArch.
Just a portable working version for the Archipelago mod for Paper Mario 64 specifically. Well, okay, that's a lie. It did, but I couldn't figure it out, and the setup guide is just like written like you know exactly what you're talking about and everything. And, I'm not in the Paper Mario 64 community, so I don't know what everything they're referring to. So I can get it to work. But when you play Paper Mario 64, you want to hit your super guards, and it's very much like a perfect timing or like small frame window. And when the console lags randomly and it's hard to control, get this, super guarding is near impossible.
It's fair. Sorry, did you see what just happened?
I just watched that. Yeah, that was pretty good to watch. That's
I can't believe that just happened. No, have you? Okay, next question. Have you ever looked into retro achievements at all?
Yes.
So they use RetroArch, and RetroArch works like it has a bunch of emulators built into it.
Interesting.
Because that's what I was using for Hamtaro the other day.
What is the arch in RetroArch? That's not Archipelago, I presume.
It's
just
no way, Wiggler. No.
I'm like Arch Linux or something.
No.
That's crazy.
Did you see that mushroom in the background?
Did you horrendous?
Did you see the mushroom in the distance?
Yeah.
Motherfucker just zoomed away at a mushroom. God damn it, dude. No, so it's just a bunch of emulators that are put into one, but it works like flawlessly, at least the ones that I've used on it. It's recommended by Retro Achievements, and like it had it has like 3 different emulators you can choose from for like GBA, and I think there's like maybe 4 for N64.
Interesting. I'm assuming, okay, I'd be shocked if they're developing their own emulator straight out the box. I bet it's probably like an incorporation or like a reworking of like Project 64 under the hood, which would be probably the right way to do it. But yeah, like I said, I've used BizHawk before for something else. I don't remember what game it was. I think it was my casual playthrough of Paper Mario 64, and I guess, I don't know, casually it's fine, but Paper Mario 64 Archipelago is like, oh, you know, you need to go and you need to go fight like the blooper boss, but you're super under-leveled, but this is like your only means of progression, because guess what, you're locked by the other areas. Go fight him under-leveled, and like if you don't hit a super guard, you will lose. And it's like, that's really fun and enjoyable if I'm playing like you know, a game I can reliably hit a super guard on, but if the console lags uncontrollably and I'm not familiar with that, you know, the N64 console lagging, it's just horrendous. I tried some other games as well, and I'm kind of just like, oh my, what game was I waiting for? Metroid Prime 2 Archipelago when? We're waiting for this. That's the one I want to get supported.
Fair.
Even though I'll probably play it like twice and then remember that the Metroid Prime 2 boss fights are dog shit horrible. Same as Metroid Prime 1, but...
Yeah, I know Neko still wants to do like Archipelagos, and I was like, we gotta do one with like Cube and Slime, because...
Yeah, the games is like, I don't know. I'd have to check it again. It's all over the place. I tried like some other ones like Super Mario Sunshine, and I love Sunshine, don't get me wrong, but all it does is randomize like what areas you unlock, so it's kind of just playing the game normally. There's really not a whole lot to like take
There's been I thought there was like a lot of updates, because we played it like once I got back for living here. I remember there's a lot of stuff.
Added. None of them like really strike my fancy.
I thought they added like a whole bunch of like other things. I missed that mushroom.
Random list of stuff, but not stuff that like super interests me.
Also, I'd like to point out that Blossy said that I could have pulled off the ninja win when the Wiggler got the mushroom. I could have if I wasn't at the finish line.
If you believed hard enough, Kit, you could have pulled it together.
Wiggler just flies off and just goes like backwards.
If Blossy had the controller, that was a win. Just saying.
Can't believe it. No, I think Archipelago is fun. It's just you gotta find the right games.
Silk Song. That's what they were doing.
I just want to play more games with the Cube. That's really it.
I figure all I play right now is FF14, and it's kind of taken over my life.
I saw that banana. Luigi, you're a menace.
However, it's been like a drought right now because the next expansion doesn't come out for like 4 months.
What's the next expansion?
Evercold. We're going to another shard. You don't know anything about the FF14 story.
I listened to all of Aroma Born and I was told that that was pointless.
It's not pointless. It sets up like later expansions. It's just long and kind of boring.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Doge didn't even give like a story a chance. They're just.
Oh yeah, no, I've heard.
Yeah.
Which
is a little sad, but like I kind of get it.
It's Doge. That's the one thing is like the games I've been choosing for Doge to experience, like Persona and like Danganronpa is like being the 2 big ones, is like motherfucker does not give a hoot of fiction.
Yeah, I kind of get it though, because I think if you want to just raid, and FF14, if you watch all the cutscenes to catch up to me, is probably like in the realm of 300 hours.
Well, no, I don't even think it's that, because we had this whole discussion when we talked about, God, what? We were playing through Persona 4 Golden, and then he was talking about, like, because he really, have you played P4G at all?
Nope, never played a Persona game.
I think you would like him. But he, like, there was one character that he was, like, demanding that was the one that we dated. And, like, he was, like, super invested in all the character. No, it was, Rise.
I don't even know who Rise is off the top of my head, unfortunately.
She's the pop idol.
I see.
So, like, he was demanding that, and, like, he was, like, super invested. But then we played, like... I'm trying to think, there was, like, another game that we played where, like, he just could not give two shits about the story at all. I'm like, okay, what, like... Do you care about the story in games? Do you not care about the stories? Like, where are we in this?
Yeah.
And I think it just depends on, like, if he likes the cast or not. Which is, like, well, that was my huge worry with, like, streaming Xenoblade, is because I was like, either he's gonna really like Shulk and Ryan, or he's going to hate them. And weirdly enough, he likes the first character you play as, Dunban, way more. So yeah, so like but he hates Ryan with a passion for multiple reasons. For some reason, the AI Ryan, when tanking, decides to never use the aggro move, even though I have two of them put on.
Oh god.
So yeah, no, it's like Ryan has been on a, like, just horribly being like the worst tank I've ever seen in a game. But like he, like when it comes to Shulk and like Dunban, like like I already told him that like we will be playing as Dunban more in the future, because he wanted to know who the tank was that actually is way better than him. I was like, it's Dunban, he's a dodge tank. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, we'll get there. But like he's actually like vibing with all the characters and stuff, and I was like, I don't get you, dude. Like some days
like, that's actually so surprising knowing that.
Yeah, like that's because it feels like it's a 50-50 shot every time you're playing a game with him on like if he's gonna vibe with the story or not. Once again, another risk was Danganronpa. Like, oh, like what is he gonna think about Danganronpa? And then he's like, this is like one of my favorite series now of all time. Now I understand what all these ravers are talking about. I'm just like,
that's crazy.
Okay, cool. Like, I'm glad you like it, but can we have some consistency on when you like characters to when you don't?
Yeah. I don't know. I think a part of the reason he's skipping everything once again is kind of our fault, though, because we're all like, oh, you know, you want to do the endgame content, and you gotta get through all this stuff. And he's like, well, if I'm gonna watch the cutscenes, it's gonna slow me down significantly. And I'm like, it sure will.
But he's somebody who would love...
Because he's not playing the game to enjoy the story, he's playing the game to try and play with us. And
yeah, and that's...
as fast as possible.
Yeah, and I get that. Once again, I would like to play with y'all too, and I know Final Fantasy XIV, the problem is with me is I like to learn every little thing. And do every little thing.
Yeah, if you do every side quest, we'll never see you in the second expansion, I feel.
Well, don't worry, I'll get there.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but
Listen, first things first is I just gotta get money and stuff, which I got my first paycheck at the new job, so...
Let's go.
It's the easiest job I've ever worked by far.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing for you? Probably good.
Well, I'm working with Spring. I don't know if I've told you. I am working with Spring.
I think you did mention this, yeah.
Yeah. So, and it's his second job, not his main job. I'm still in line to work his main job.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Apparently I'm like first on the list. So, like, once the spot opens up, I'll be there too. Which, side note, I was like, man, I haven't heard too much about like what's been going on with your main job. Obviously, I don't know like what companies like he specifically is with, but like I was like, I haven't heard about that in a second. He's like, oh yeah, I'm on my 4-month vacation right now. I'm like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, no, I've had enough like vacation time where I can take 4 months off right now. So me working the second job is just vacation time for me. And I'm like, dude, what in the hell are you talking about? No way that didn't even hit a banana. Oh my gosh. Oh, blue shell. I forgot that the blue shell's on the ground. Waluigi, fucking die. Things are going bad. How is Mute City the one I'm having trouble with? Where did that bomb come from? Okay, well, just... Okay, sorry, lock in time before I say my next thing.
I don't know, I'm scrolling through the Archipelago games list right now. Nothing really jumps out or something overall. Slime did a Spelunky 2 Archipelago run recently, which was interesting.
Alright, I won. Ooh.
Nice.
Oh my gosh. That was terrifying. Oh yeah, I just no, so speaking of the job, like the fact that it's easy, it's not boring or anything like that. It's like my first retail job, weirdly enough. But
that is crazy, yeah.
Like it's for what I understand with the retail job, the pay is astounding. Like really, really good.
That's good.
At least in terms of Arizona. And do I have the Koopa Clown car? I do not have the Koopa Clown car yet. A travesty, I know. But I can do the steel driver. Diver? Driver. Diver? I don't remember what it's called. It's the driver. But like restocking the shelves and like being nice to customers and everything like that, like it's easy. And like I've counted drawers before, like that's the only thing that they're a little hesitant to have me do right now for closing is like counting the drawers in the safe, which I have to keep reminding them that I literally was a banker.
Yeah.
Like if you want somebody who is really good at counting the drawers and being like efficient at it if possible, heck, even like I beat the scale that Spring was using in counting. Like but like once again, I know that like their big boss like wants to be like absolutely sure because it's money involved. But I got confused because so like Spring, it was like on Monday, Spring was like, hey, I'm gonna teach you how to close so that way you're ready for it. And I was like, all right, cool. Or like count the drawers. So I see how they do it. I beat the scale and like understood it. And then I'm like, okay, still can't count until the big boss. And then Spring sends me a message this morning that's like, oh, by the way, we're going to be counting the drawer. Like, we're going to be learning to count the drawers on Friday. And I'm like, is that different than what we did Monday? Or am I just being taught the same thing? He's just like, well, I'll see you on Friday. I was like, okay, guess I'm not getting an answer. I mean, it's like not hard at all.
When I worked at a restaurant, we closed and counted the register, and one time I was short. No, I'm bad. I worked with like 4 other hosts, and we were short like $4 or something. I think that was the worst of it was. One time we closed with extra money, and we're like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's sometimes that happens.
That's how it goes.
Yeah,
One time my boss gave me $5 or like $10 to go run across the street to the gas station and buy like energy drinks for the chefs because they were pissed off, and then I come back and I had extra change, and then she's like, "Oh, you can keep it." So,
yeah,
it was
it's yeah. I understand there's like a lot of people who are like retail jobs are the worst and this, that, and the other, and I'm like, okay, I've been there for like a week and a half, and I've been told that there's like a few customers who are like really like dickish and such, like that are regulars. And I think I've talked to like 2 of the known like bad ones, and just nothing but nice to them and good customer service, and they've like no issues, no complaints, nothing.
That's good. Wait, without doxing yourself too much, is it like a clothing place or is it like a?
I cannot even say what it is because then it's like 2 places, but I will message you what it is.
I think I have an idea already about what that is, but I don't know. Well.
There's really only 2 companies of it here in Arizona. But yeah. Like, no, what was the thing that happened yesterday? Because there's a cashier who was like in the middle of like their last day. I think was like today, Wednesday, or I guess yesterday. Now it's past 12 o'clock. Dude just did the fucking bare minimum the entire time I was there. And I was like, yeah, you know, I get it. That's your like last like week or anything, but like you could, I don't know, help just briefly.
No, I
do
get it.
something. Yeah, no, I was like, I get it. That's fine.
No, I kind of knew like layoffs were coming this week for me, and so I had a project. It's like a project from hell, and I had most of it done on Monday. And I was like, I could ping people to try and get this through, but like I also might just get laid off and like, fuck that. So I was like, I'm gonna wait. Then Tuesday morning, I'm laid off, and I was like, aha.
But so put it this way, this guy has, I think the average amount of time he has taken bathroom breaks has amounted to about an hour, like 15 minutes.
Okay, that's insane.
Yeah, no, he's just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna do a piss break, and I'm like, all right, cool. 15 minutes later to 30 minutes later, I'm like, did you just get stuck in the pipes? Like, what happened? You say like, and he does it like 3 times, but he's gone now, so like it's whatever. But like during one of his piss breaks, this insane thing happened yesterday, and I was like, man, I like part of it is me like messing up, like not seeing it, but also at the same time, it's just too funny. These 2 like teenage girls like show up, and one does a self-checkout, one does like my register as like taking over, and they're both like looking around nervously. I'm like, okay, these 2 are like gonna probably try to shoplift something, but like they're at the register, so I don't know how they're gonna do it, but like they're gonna do it. And it I realized a little bit too late that they were waiting for their card to decline on both systems to just walk out after saying that everything was okay. And because the system was too slow for me to like realize it, like as she's walking out, it says payment decline. I'm like, I see what has happened. So they like both walk out with like shoplifted items, and just kind of like stared at it. I'm like, huh. I should just like have them wait there until like it shows up on my screen. Hindsight's 2020, but also like it probably said payment was like fine or something on their end when it wasn't, and they just were gonna leave anyway.
That's wild.
But like both items, like I checked the self-checkout too from the girl who did it on that one, and it was like $5 each. So like they weren't trying to do like majorly stuff, but I was like, man, I realized that a little bit too late.
Yeah, we had people walk out on their cab one time when I worked at a restaurant, and like we tried chasing them to their car, and they just sped out of the parking lot.
Yeah, we're told very explicitly, don't chase after anybody if they like take something, even if it has like the security thing. Just like
no,
your healthy, your safety is better.
I had to like chase this like old couple out because their card declined, but they didn't realize it, and they just like tapped it and walked out, and I was like, okay, and then their card declined, and this was like my first week there, and I asked my manager, like, hey, their card declined, like, what do I do? And they're like, are they still here? And I was like, I think they just left. I was like, go find them. So I literally run out of the parking lot, and it's like this old couple obviously trying to shoplift, and I had to like be like, hey, your card declined, can you come try a different payment method? And it was so awkward, bro.
Yeah, no, they have like specific thing that's like, if it's somebody like that's still in front of you, like tell them like, hey, you know, can you pay for that?
Yeah.
But like if they're like on their way out and they like very clearly are shoplifting, it's just like, okay.
I think that's pretty common across like most retail places.
The problem is like, when does it become a point where like people realize that, and then it's like, let me just take all of this stuff. They're not gonna do shit.
Well, I don't know what you specifically are, but I don't think that they compared to like Target specifically, they like try and wait for you to rack up, I think like over, it's either $100 or $1,000 on their shoplifting penal codes. Right? Yeah. But they try and get you basically on, once you've racked up enough tab of what you shoplift, so they can charge you for like a much bigger crime than, you know, I think.
Which that actually, now that you say that, that makes a lot of sense, because what that means is like, they probably are like, oh, something got shoplifted, let's check the cameras, okay, it's this person, does it match like this file? Like they probably have some AI thing that like checks the, to see, and it's like, okay, let's add that to their tab.
Yeah, I also think part of it is just the fact that they're not trying to get a lawsuit from, like, you know, if they tell employees to stop people shoplifting and someone gets shot and killed, and it's like, well, that's a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, no, I think at least Target, they just try and rack up like a grand theft case on them, and then that way they can actually bring like criminal charges as opposed to just, you know, somebody getting a slap on their wrist and being like fined or something where they won't pay them. Yeah. But
that makes more sense. here after this race. This will be the end of the first line of what 24 cups. So, dude, Word needs to fucking realize that he needs to stop slamming goddamn doors. Holy fuck.
I've lived this exact life with one of my siblings. Yeah.
I remember for the longest time we were just like, oh, you know, Word is actually just kind of like the most normal out of everybody that's here in this house. I finally have figured out his quirk, and that's just he's a massive airhead. But I think the massive airhead is because no one's bothered to like follow up with him on stuff. So like he's asked to use my car like a few times to like drop friends off and like pick them up from like airports and stuff, right? Yeah. I'm like, okay, hey, like no one, like I have to pay for my own gas. You're gonna have to pay me like $10-15 to do that because you're driving for like 2 hours and I need the gas. And he's looking at me like confused, like why do I need to pay you for gas? Like it's a car. I'm like, yeah, but you've gotten free gas for like all of your life because your mom and dad's like golden child. I don't. So you like, hey, please pay. And like we had this like weird discussion, and then I talked about the fact that in the what is it called? Like we have a shared restroom, and he just will hit the shower randomly, and it will like either face like out or like towards the toilet or towards the door, and I'm expecting it to stay in the right place, and it's not. So I'll just get sprayed with water. So give me 1 second.
Yeah. All right. I fear I am falling asleep in my chair. I think it is time for me to go to bed.
I'm messaging you where I work.
Ah, okay. Got you. I'll message you what my guess was.
Okay. The thing is the reason I also can't say.
I got more info, but I really thought it was.
Dude, I would be amazing there. Let's be real. But yeah, no,
there's only so many places. I was like, oh my god. It's
the problem is that I've like, without thinking, I've pointed out the fact that I live like 3 minutes away from it.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just like, if I, you know, were to say specifically, yeah. Well, I was like super excited because it's the first job I've ever had where like I literally, if I wanted to bike like an idiot, sorry, not like for me, I'm a fat guy. Me biking is a bad idea. Most other people, it's a great idea, but for me, no. I could just bike there and it'll be like 10 minutes. Like it's not that bad, but because I pointed out how excited I was and I pointed out how like close I am, I'm like, okay, I really just can't say anything.
Yeah, it's crazy that you work at Spencer's, bro. That's fair.
Dude, the amount of tails that get bought are crazy.
Crazy. Okay, I must go to bed though. Good
no worries.
Night. Good night, Bossy.
Have a good night. We gotta play games soon, Cube. Please.
Yes, definitely.
I'll message you about it tomorrow. Bye. It's Blossy, it's so funny you say you're not paid enough to chase anyone down. Because I feel like that's why people chase people down, you know? Because if they find out that they're not paid enough and they chase somebody down and they get injured, they could just blame it on lack of training from the company. So that's why like a lot of companies are saying like have like proper training that says, hey, don't do it. And then Cube gets the shout out on Twitch right at the end. Yeah, no, you have a shout out on there. I think I have one for Slime too. I need to make sure. There's a few more shout outs I gotta do. There's gonna be a point where I do this full time. Cube's gonna like say in chat, and there's gonna be like maybe like quite a few people watching, and then Cube's like, "Dude, I hit 1,000 followers on Twitch." I'd be like, "Huh? How did that happen?" It's like, dude, I think your shout out, people just keep following for some reason. Like, oh, that would be funny. Dude, I didn't even get a chance to talk to Cube about Taskmaster. Oh, he would have loved it. Oh, unfortunate. Next time. Boss, you gotta remind me. Next time. Also, Blossy, you were asking who PD Piranha was. PD Piranha was a reoccurring boss in the Mario series. I didn't know that. I'm in danger. Yeah, when we get to playing Sunshine, you'll see PD Piranha there. And it really does not feel like it's been 2.5 hours. Like, I feel like I've just been chilling. Oop. What is this? Crab, don't hurt me. PD Piranha. PD Piranha has been murdered. See, now that Cube's gone, my brain's immediately back to Taskmaster and thinking of like all the different like tasks I was watching and just the funny part about it. Tried to jump over it again. I really did. No, stop! Oh. You had 3 red shells? Please! For the first time ever, I've not been hit by a blue shell. I need to go. You know what? I do also want to watch more Death Battle. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Ooh, 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 okay. That was dangerously close. That was as close as you can get. Wow. Final race. Galaxy Air. You almost sold I don't know how I could sell, considering the fact that I pretty much am just at the point of I need to drive. Okay, grab more coins. Thank goodness for that there was a car in the way. Gosh, now, like, I'm back to thinking about Taskmaster, back to thinking about stuff I want to do. I kind of want to watch some more, like, Death Battle, like, again, like, do a binge on Death Battle. I need to make a list of just all the stuff I want to do. That might be the loss. Me hitting that car. No way. Dude, Mario is taking on Petey Piranha. Okay, we win, but that was like terrifying. That was terrifying. Yeah, what else? Like, there's more Taskmaster I need to rewatch. Death Battle I need to watch all over again. Apparently the next Death Battle is going to be stop motion based, which is cool. Oh my gosh, we got a new character. Chat, we get to finally play as a new character that we haven't played as before, and I can assure you we haven't. It's Diddy Kong. We can finally play as the Diddles. Don't think too hard about that. Splat Buggy, the wooden wheels, the Hylian kites, which I don't have. The plane glider, which I do have. So I still have like an hour and a half left. Do we think that I'm too early. Red shell into the pokey. What are these? This feels weird. Holy hell, the piranha chomp plant. I don't know if it's the cart or if it's Diddy Kong, but I feel so slippery. My bad. Well, this is unfortunate. Please don't. I'm gonna be honest, I have like nothing to say about this game. Like, it's just the only things that happen. I think that's what I'm realizing with this game, is that, like, I don't think the game is boring. I mean, yeah, sure, I'm doing the same races over and over, but like, I don't think the game is boring. I think what actually is going on is that don't find any difficulty in this until like a massive amount of blue shells hit me. Right? Like even 200cc, like we were talking about this with a few other people who've like joined the chat, right? That 200cc is like crazy difficult and some people have like never beaten it. But to me, like I don't think it's difficult. I think it's just more the fact that I just have to hope that no blue shells take me out. Like that's the only way things have just been going bad is like, oh, hey, I'm almost near the end. Oh, here's 3 blue shells. And it's like, yeah, that's what happens in Mario Kart. But even with that, like, usually you can get back into the race. Like, look at this. Like, the race just started, we finished 1 lap, and look at how far back Donkey Kong is. And I don't even have, like, max coins. But then we get hit with a lightning. Okay, there's a blue shell right here. And now Donkey Kong is, like, slightly catching up. But then as long as I play well... Yeah, as long as I'm playing well, like, it's just... we should be fine. Maybe that's what I'm realizing, is that... at least against the CPUs, this game doesn't really take skill. It's just about knowing the right route and knowing what the shortcuts are. And, like, I don't really remember all of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe shortcuts. Hence why, like, I probably haven't been taking a lot of them that I should. But I don't know. It's just like I'm just kind of going through the motions, really. Father? See, and then the problem is, we're about to get to, like, we're gonna do mirror mode, right? We're gonna do mirror mode, and it's gonna be the same thing, just in reverse, like the same speed. It's just a lot of maps. Or a lot of tracks, excuse me. At this point, I feel like I should just be counting how many blue shells get after me, as a blue shell is on the way to take me out. You know, here's a question. Why doesn't the blooper just black out the entire screen? I feel like the blooper would be so much better of an item if it like, oh, there's just a brief blurt of ink. What if it just blacks out everyone's screen that's like right in front? Like, it just covers everything, so it covers, like, the map, it covers your character, it covers... like, you just couldn't see where you were going. So then you just have to, like... be aware of, like, how the map is. because you can't see. But then, like, you don't have the waste of an item that's a blooper, you know? It's like, oh, here's blooper. Hi, blooper. Oh no, these 2 ink splotches. Oh, I can still see the track. Like, you get hit by a blooper, and it's not even a mild annoyance. You get hit by a blooper and you just shrug your shoulders. You get blooper as an item, and you just get sad because it's like, that's not a blue shell, right? Or like, it covers the screen and then you have to like shake the controller or something to like wipe off the ink. I don't know. Something more interactive and something more detrimental. I knew I was gonna hit the forg. I just didn't think about it. No. Father? Get back here. Is Donkey and Diddy brothers, or is it father and son? I don't know. I appear to have missed with my fireballs. That was the most insane of misses, I feel like. You know what item I think deserves like a second chance? The lightning cloud. There was an item in Mario Kart Wii which was a lightning cloud, and it would like speed you up. But if you had the lightning cloud for long enough, it would like it would do lightning on you, so you then become small. And what I think they should have done, this is just me personally, what if the lightning cloud gave you 2 increases of the engine speed? So if you're playing on 50cc, you're going at 150cc speeds. If you're playing on 200cc, now that we're in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe and maybe Mario Kart World, it goes to 300cc, so it's like super ridiculously fast. And then if it hits somebody, it resets the timer. I don't know, I just want the more detrimental items. That's what I feel. Alright, who's our next one? Oh my gosh, we get to be the male villager now. Chat, we're finally going to be the male villager. That's the female villager. We got the Tanuki cart! Hooray! Male villager. We get a sneaker. I still don't have the cloud glider and its gold tires, so I don't have that. Super glider I do have. And then the Triforce tires. Decent speed. We're honestly making really good time through 150cc. When do we do the 200cc races? That's my question. Because usually, like, at the end of the stream, we'll do, like, 2 of the 200cc ones. Another blue shell. How many blue shells can we see? All of them? Wub, 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 wub. Bro, I'm getting hit by everything. So things are not looking good because Wario's right behind me. Oh, Wario took a bad turn though. I saw Wario get really close, and then Wario did not get close. So we're doing all right. We're doing all right. You know what I should be doing right now? I should be doing some BK stuff at the same time. Excuse me. Dude, Nikke, so I need to once again rewatch all of the event story stuff because like I've been just really far behind on like event stories and just the main campaign story. Apparently this event story in Nikke is asking a very like philosophical question that I don't know if it's like what's actually being asked because of like hard mode or if it's something that like happened in the event, but man, is it making me think. Gosh, I'm trying to remember what the post said that I saw. Because like they were focusing on one of the 3 Matisse Nikkes, which is Maxwell, because the entire event right now is Matisse. And they're like, Maxwell's by far like top 3 in terms of smartest Nikkes, period. Like, that's including like Pilgrims, that's including other companies. Like, she's by far one of the smartest Nikkes in the entire game. And I think they were mentioning that like the way Maxwell sees it is once somebody becomes a Nikke, they are by all intents and purposes dead. That human does not exist anymore. Whoever they were in the past does not exist. They are completely dead. And that a Nikke in the Nikke universe is never ever going to be a replacement for an actual person or for an actual human. And it's like, but like they remember things. So like, couldn't you say that they still are the same person? Maybe even slightly? I don't know. It's a wild discussion that's being had. I just want to play. Also, Maxwell and the Commander. Dude, Maxwell, like, I remember way back when Maxwell was like one of my top 5 Nikkes. Obviously that's moved on to like Jackal and Sora. But I, you know, after seeing the, like, hearing about the event rather, and like seeing like the upgraded Maxwell, I'm gonna be honest, Maxwell might go back up to being one of my top. I really need to do that video series with Spring that we wanted to do with Nikkei. I didn't mean to do this. I took a far turn. I don't know, I really want to go back through and just see who like my favorites are. Like I want to go through like all the lore, all of how they look, and like rank them in that aspect, and then just see who my favorites are moving forward. Because like right now I'm still saying, oh, you know, Jackal's easily my favorite. But like, am I just basing that now more just on looks and I'm like having a higher weight on looks? Or am I also saying that in terms of like other stuff? Like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I should go through and be like looks, personality, lore. Like, maybe that's it? I don't know. Like 5 categories. Because there's so many characters, so if I do like 5 categories... Blossy, this is a question. I mean, this goes for anybody, but like Blossy, since you're the one chatting quite a bit. Would y'all be interested? So obviously there's like ideas upon ideas upon ideas that I have, yeah. Weekly highlights are still being worked on, 100% videos. I still have the incremental 100% video stuff. But like, I'm also thinking like, also in the interim, maybe I should work on like, maybe do like a tier list sort of video on like, personal favorites of just random things, games, and like just deep dives, and like breakdowns of characters. Because once again, with the Nikkei content that I know Spring and I want to make, that's like super like far in the distance. But I'm thinking of like Nikkei stuff, right? And I'm just like, what if I do like a 5 category tier list sort of thing, where like I also just break down the character and all of the information that we know of them at that point. So like Maxwell, like this version of Maxwell is prior to her being upgraded, and like this is the events that she shows up in, the chapters, and like how important she is to the story, and like what important things does she add. But also, this is what I think of her looks, personally. This is what I think of her personality. This is what I think of her backstory. And then, like... maybe the 5th one's, like, fan service, and it's just like, this character offers no fan service. None. But then that's, like, obviously me just promoting fan service. But I am a degen, so... then maybe just get like graphics on screen or something. so many ideas. But that way everyone can like learn about all the different Ikes and stuff. That'd be cool. Also, I feel like I blinked and that one was over. Also, it's PD Piranha again. All right, Teddy Buggy. Teddy Buggy, standard wheels. I don't have the kite. Parafoil. Maybe I could do that, because I was also thinking of like doing like that plant in a car. That's fair. But I was thinking like, oh, there's like Nikke characters I can talk about. There's like characters from like different games that I've played. I would also want to do one for Grand Blue, because Grand Blue has like so many different characters that it gives me a chance to learn about them without actually playing the game. Just being a historian. I need to finish. Here's the thing. I need to finish my ideas that I have first before I. Oh. Two? I need to finish the ideas that I have first before I start jumping into more things. Like Neko keeps reminding me, Kit, you're already working on this. Kit, you're already working on that. Kit, you need to do this first before you do that. It's literally just the editing. I think that's the only thing that's really like slowing everything down, is just editing now. But it's also because like it's 3 people who are not editors, with 2 learning how to edit and 1 very much realizing that he is not an editor in the slightest. We'll figure out stuff. Maybe that's what I could work on like Saturday. Or like in the mornings. I am still like debating whether I should take a second day off just to work on content. I just don't know what that other day would be. Like, I wouldn't do it on a day that I don't work. Like, I would want to do it on a day that I do work. Like, it'd either be well, it'd have to be Tuesday, actually. Like, I'm thinking about it. Because right now, like, my streams with Lottie are on Thursday, so that's not taking time to do the content. That's me literally still streaming just on a different day, on a different channel. Sorry, I'm like thinking right now. The Kit brain is working. Dude, Inkling Girl's like right behind me. Oh, she fell off. Never mind, Inkling Girl is no longer behind me. How many hours are there in a week? It's 24 times 7, right? So that's 8, 7, 14, 168? Right, 168 hours in a week. Am I right? Chat, did I do the math right? Is it 168 hours in a week? I think that's right. Sorry, I'm doing some insane mental math. Just bear with me for a moment. I'm sorry for being quiet. Like, the amount of math that's like going through my brain right now is insane. But like, I think I have an idea of something. I think I have an idea. I guess it just depends on how I do things, but like, I don't see why the idea that I'm coming up with is bad, for lack of a better term. Because like work-wise, I know my hours like fluctuate. That's unfortunate. Like, I know my hours fluctuate. I know that much. But I think I know what, like, the average is. Obviously, I would like to stream, but also have time to make content and work on that stuff. That was terrifying. So I'm thinking if I do... Like, essentially, if there's 168 hours, and I'm working like 40 hours for a job, then I'd have 128 left. And then including driving... Driving's like 10 minutes, if anything. For all of that. Excuse me. So I'm like trying to divvy up like the amount of time for like sleep for working on content and then streaming. And obviously I know people don't want me to burn out, but like I really want to do this, and I feel like I'm just keep making excuses of the fact that like I don't know how to edit and edit really poorly. I want to like actively learn. And I feel like I'd rather like learn from like a class or something, because like learning on my own, I get too distracted by everything. Like I'd like to have somebody like teach me. Because then I would feel a lot better at it, you know? Baby Mario almost just killed Baby Peach. That was the thing that just happened? Alright. Excuse me. Because, like, I know that DaVinci Resolve has, like, a really good, like, tutorial, like, sort of thing. But I don't know. I'd rather have, like, somebody, like, teach me and, like, grade me. So that way I know, like, what to work on and what to put on. Like, that's the best way that I learn, that I learn. There's also the matter of just doing it myself. I'm gonna try to figure out schedule-wise and stuff. But I think I'm gonna change some things that should, in theory, like, help with me learning. I just gotta get the perfectionist nature out of there. It's almost 2 in the morning. So what, this stream's gonna be done by like 2:30 in the morning. It's fine. Wow, Baby Peach is dead. You know what? I'm gonna have a notebook somewhere. I'm just gonna write down like the ideas. Like I had like an idea notebook, and like everything was like broken down into each section. I think I just want to like keep writing down just every single idea that I have, and just work on all of them. Like I'll keep the idea notebook for like the deep dive of them, but I think I need one that just goes over everything that I want to do and play and whatnot, like organize it down to the T, because I think the more organized I'll be, the better. That's mean. Also, why is there a ramp there? That was an easy one. Maybe I'll do that tonight. Because I gotta be up at 9 in the morning. Or I guess like 8:30 in the morning. Because that's when Lottie's stream is. So I think maybe what I'll probably do with Lottie's stream is we'll do the first DLC. And then I'll get going to work on some other stuff. And then we'll just finish up the second DLC. How's Junior, you're gonna die. I told him. We have not been Birdo yet, have we? I can't believe I just got that. That was insane. Snipe. Well, we are fast enough to where I can actually do the full slide. I thought that was the last lap. I went to go like scratch my nose. I had my hand off the controller briefly. My bad. I wasn't paying attention. I mean, we're super far ahead anyway, so it's like, I guess it's fine. But there we go. Dude, Daisy's so far in last. Part of me just also though wants to like rest is the other thing. Is the final race? I think it is. Like, part of me is like, oh, maybe after this race, like, maybe I don't even need to do the 200cc one and just go get some sleep, like, just end the stream off early. But, like, I also ended off Pal World early. There's Pal World. God damn it. Pacopia. The thing is, I don't even think playing 200cc is gonna fix like why I think I'm tired, because like I think the reason I'm tired right now is just because, once again, there's not much happening. It's just, you know what? I'm just gonna throw that right there. It's just easy and not super interesting. You know what? I kind of want to compare this to when I streamed Burnout Paradise way back when, which I do need to restream that. I do know that. But like Burnout Paradise, like even the easy races, they're always like something interesting going on. And it always felt, well, I guess because you're also racing around a city and you were taking different paths to get there. Like it really just feels like, I don't know, like that game feels like really fun to play. And this game, I'm even like thinking about when I played this game multiplayer, right? Because it's just a lot of like the same stuff. And like the CPUs aren't all that interesting. And if you're going against other people, it really just kind of feels like luck of the draw if you're doing good with items and whatnot. I think that's just why I'm like struggling to like stay awake while playing this game. Is because it's just, it feels really easy that we're winning all the time. Now, sure, there's some times where I have to reset and like bad things happen. Ludwig. What do we get? Ah, we finally got the Mercedes. Nice. The Mercedes is finally here. Still don't have the Highland Gate. Parachute, not bad. But like, most of this has just been waiting for an item to like take me out. That's really what it like has been boiling down to. And even with 200cc, like I'm realizing that I don't find 200cc to be that difficult. I think the reason why I end up having some trouble with 200cc is just more the when the item takes me out, it's just that much more, how do I put this? When an item takes me out in 200cc, it's that much more punishing than it is in like 150 or like 100 or 50. Like 50, we're so far ahead that no one's seeing me for years. This bike has the worst handling ever. Okay. But even though we're like doing randomizer, like the randomizer is cool and all, like it's making these a little bit more interesting, but at the same time, like it's still not difficult. Like I feel like if I were to do this again, so I probably wouldn't 100% this game again. And that reason is just because like it's just boring and I've already done it once. We could do it again. Hi, Birdo. But I think something I would consider is like, I wonder if there is a challenge in this game that would be beating 200cc with the worst vehicle. Like there's got to be a vehicle combination and character combination that is just absolutely the worst in every sense of the word. Like maybe that would be a challenge of just, hey, let's go through every single like 200cc cup and use the worst vehicle ever. How difficult would it be? And the answer is probably going to be not that difficult because like it really is just going to depend on items more than anything. Like that's where I feel like we're at is don't. Unless there's a car that just is actively going slow, I don't think you'll have any issues Like, I even don't think the vehicle stats matter. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think the only thing that matters is just being able to drift properly. That sucks. Hi, Wario. I just saved Wario's life. Once again, the only reason that Wario, like, caught up to me is just because, like, I got hit. I guess that's, like, that's how Mario Kart works. Why are you slowing down? Like, Wario was actively slowing down there. Why would you do that? Like, I get he has a red shell, but like... What? That should tick out. No. I mean, Ludwig's doing really good. Good job, Ludwig. The bushiest of hair. Oh, excuse me. To be honest, this combination's actually been pretty bad. Like, everyone has been able to, like, kind of catch up in one way, shape, or form. Honestly, though, the drifting on this bike is crazy in this sense. Where's the train? You know what? I can go up here. This takes me away from dealing with the trains. It might be a little bit slower, but then I don't have to worry about dealing with the trains at all. Ow. I didn't realize how far ahead I am. I haven't looked at the map at all, and I'm like, oh gosh, we're probably boned. Nope. Jesus. That was really good. Meanwhile, Luigi just being in last place. Good job, buddy. You're doing great, kid. Then Big Blue. You know what's weird? I it. Ow. So mean. Stop. Ba-dum. Ba-dum. Dum, da-da-dum. Dum. Okay. Dude, Iggy's in front? I'm the best Koopa Kid, Iggy. You ain't doing shit. You know I needed that. Please, please. Holy shit, he's right there! I just turned around and there's Iggy. Oh my lord. That could have ended so bad. That could have ended so bad. That's another one done. Okay, I think we're gonna go do 2 more 200 cc's and then go from there. Bitty Buggy. I don't remember the wheels. I don't think I'll ever remember the wheels. Where's the Bitty Buggy? There it is. I think the Azure ones are even better though, right? Yeah, the Azure roller is better. Then you do the paraglider. Alright. All these are 3-starred. Let's do Shell Cup. We'll do Shell Cup and Banana, and then we'll go from there. So we'll do our 2 typical 200cc races, and then we will call it a day. It is the Azure Roller that's the best. Oh, got it. Nope. Yeah, because it just immediately brings you to top speed. Why did that not? Whatever. The cows. This is what I remember as the best car in the game. I want you to know that the blooper almost obscured the banana. Nice. Yeah, this should be a piece of cake. I hope indeed. I like how they prepare the actual like giant ramp. Okay. A bit too hot there. All right. Now is the time that I gotta make sure I'm using the brake. Koopa's like right here. What the hell? Dude, Koopa's staying up with me. Uh-oh. That's bad. Okay, that almost ended badly, but that's also because it just took a really bad turn. But like, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Everything is okay, chat. Beach. I think I can just go through the water in this one, right? I think so. Koopa just hit a post and Koopa's out of the race. I think it really is just... yeah, just going straight. Oh, Koopa got stuck again. I'm like, I'm watching the map more than I'm watching the actual race. I'm like, Koopa got stuck again. Let's see. Koopa's taking the shortcut. I see. Now. On the plus side, Koopa's gonna be able to take this turn proper now. That might have just cost me the game. No, we're good, we're good. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. Incredibly, everything is okay. This car is incredible. Look at that perfect. That was a perfect drift. Now I'm gonna get hit. That's multiple coins, okay. Just need to get back into the swing of things. Just grab these coins. I didn't mean to throw the banana. You know, I just remembered that mirror mode is going to be horrible on this. Because mirror mode, you have to deal... ow. You have to deal with, the cars coming towards you. Dude, everyone's getting just demolished back there. What is happening? I don't need to see where the cars are. I'm baby Rosalina. Nice. Well, that was a good first start. That took like 6 minutes. I swear we started at like 3:30 and that took 6 minutes to go through. That's insane. I mean, we can keep going. Once again, I'm trying to get to 4 hours, so like... I mean, if we do 2 cups and it's still not even 4 hours, that's insane. There's a Toadette in the lead. Okay, this is a little bit concerning. No. I don't know how I'm gonna do this proper. A green shelled? Wow, okay. I don't know what my goal is here. Where'd Toadette go? Oh. It hit a different banana. Interesting. We're going so fast that I'm struggling. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Hopping that gap is actually huge. That sucks. Top speed. Okay, timing my jump seems to be important. Nice. Avoid the blue shell. Good start, good start. Yeah, jumping over those actually seem to be really, really good. I wonder if I could do the shortcut here without a mushroom. I guess it doesn't hurt. Boo. Boo, please. Okay, Mario just took the shortcut. Like, perfectly. I had a feeling. Let's see if I can take this. No! No! Go! If we still win after that, we're a superhero. Well, you've been banging for all your life. I'm taking in a day and night, 'cause I'm a superhero meant to fly. Every day, every hour, turn the days into power. I can't take the risk. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Times 2. Dude, King Boo. Look at that. I don't know if y'all saw, King Boo had the frickin' boomerang. I think they hit a wall so hard that they actually, like, bounced. That's crazy. King Boo. You did not. I'm pressing brake. I've never pressed brake harder in my life. Okay. I I try to be fancy. I try to be fancy. No, please. I'm on the grass. No, not another one. Not another one. Please get rid of your Balanabas. Dude, please. Works for me. I mean, the good news is that with the speed that we have, I don't even need to worry. I need to not do the most insane drifting of my life. There's some insane drifting going on right now, and it's not pretty. Please, please, banana, banana, anything. Thank you. No, that's a coin. No, Mario's right there. Mario's right there, dude. Mario's right there. He's gonna call me a bitch. We're good. Oh man. This is way too close. This is way too close. What are we at? DK Jungle? Final race, DK Jungle. Nice, good start. Just gotta go for it. Slide on in there. Don't worry about the frogs. King Boo just got killed by a frog. Come on, come on. I'm so fast that this red shell cannot catch up to me. No way. Please. The Tiki guy just took a bullet for me. Appreciate it, Tiki fucker. Please. Tiki guy, can you take this bullet too? No? Okay, that sucks. I want y'all to know that I just got tuba bombs that are not going to do anything. Hey, why? That's fine. Hey, I want y'all to know that I'm pretty sure it said 4 coins before the lightning hit. Okay, we are so far ahead that we're chilling. I got a mushroom. That could have been disastrous. That's fine. Cool. Honestly, I'm down to do one more. I'm honestly down to do one more 200 CC. Get 3 of them knocked off. $2,600 coins. Yeah, we'll do one more. What do we get? The silver arrow. Another... whatever you want to call it. Another Mercedes. So... alright, this will be the last one. Win or lose, this is the last cup for today. And then once again, I would like to remind everyone that tomorrow I'm going to be on Lottie's stream for Resident Evil 5, the DLC. And then tomorrow night we will be doing more Bubbly Basin in Pacopia. Yeah, Pacopia tomorrow shouldn't be that bad. Oh. Any of those coins. Someone behind me? Where's my phone on? I think I'm getting some sort of notification on my phone. How far ahead am I? Decently far. Nice. Good first round. But yeah, Pacopia tomorrow, or I guess today now. It shouldn't be that crazy. Like I kind of just did, like I briefly did Bubbly Basin and then just kind of like didn't think about it that much afterwards. As much as I would love to go to sleep like right after this, there is a few things that I gotta do prior. Do I need to? Not really, I guess. That's not a good show. Dun, 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 dun. This, what I have added to the bitty buggy has made it unstoppable. The only person who's close to me is Pink Gold Peach. I've decided to go down here. This has ended in travesty. We're good. That bomb is ready. It exploded. Alright, cool. Pink Gold Peach. Next race. 2 more races. I got 10 minutes to finish 2 races. This is gonna suck because I remember that there's one place where you have to brake because of how obnoxious it is. Let's see if I remember this. This might be ingrained in my head because I think this might be the one that I've played the most on 200cc. Too strong. Okay, I remembered that part. I could take the shortcut. I'm not going to. It's that last curve. I just gotta take it right. So this one's the fine one. And then you hold, go, do this, hold the brake. Okay. I think everybody's getting screwed up on that one turn. Looks like it. Wow. No one in the history of... Nobody in the history of the world has that happen to. I can't believe I just had that happen twice. It's Anna Belushi, oh my gosh. That was terrifying for like a number of reasons. Like a sheer number of reasons. Alright, Yoshi Valley. Can I take the path I usually take? We'll see. You know what? That's fine. Oh, Waluigi tried to go off-roading and it didn't work. I just saw that on the map. Why am I paying attention to the map so much? Like, I really am just, like, super paying attention to the map. I'm like, ah, yes, this is where this person is. I shouldn't be paying attention to the map. I should just be racing. Wow, they got screwed by the egg. I want that mushroom. It's unfortunate. I mean, I should be good. Dude, Daisy and Link are cruising. Oh my gosh. Waluigi got 8th. Waluigi was like right on my tail until they just got destroyed. Dang. All right, well, we win. Another 3-star. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, so what else do we have left to do? Which will be the next time we stream this game. 150cc, we just have the booster courses, which shouldn't take too long, and then obviously we have all of mirror mode. We're, I mean, almost done with the first half of 200cc, so like, that's not going to be an issue at all. So I think next stream we will finish under 50cc, maybe we get halfway done with mirror as well, like we do the regular courses and not the booster. We'll see. We've been cruising through these pretty fast, so I'm not too worried. And then we'll also do the first 3 or the final 3 for 200cc. That shouldn't be that bad either. Once again, I think the real challenge is going to be the booster courses, personally, but hard to say. Hard to say. And then keep in mind, the other thing we have is also the time trials. Like, I do need to do all of that as well. So, yeah. Let's see what our stats are looking like, by the way, too. 902 kilometers driven, 2,656 coins. Bitty buggy. A lot of drifts, a lot of mini turbos and super mini turbos and ultra mini turbos. Jump boosts. I got saved by Lakitu 60 times. Not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah, if I'm yawning this much, I should probably get some sleep. So, that's going to be it, though, for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. If you are looking just to watch more of that, we will be back with... I just realized I've been in this call this entire time. We will be back with more Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on Friday. Honestly, I think my timing is actually, like, spot on, where... by Saturday, we should be done with all of Grand Prix, and then there'll be one more stream, which is doing 150cc and 200cc with the ghosts. Except for Mario Circuit, because I've already done that. So that should be it. Yeah, and then there's just Pacopia and Pal World, so... yeah, this week is pretty straightforward. So with that, I thank you all so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed the stream, and y'all have a wonderful day, night, morning, afternoon, and or evening, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye!